All right, peasants, we're back on this Sunday. What I'm saying, we have a special guest, Brandon, backstage. He's not really into the NFL, which justifiably so. But a peasant backstage, he'll be back to talk about Daniel Jones and the Giants. Obviously, I'm here with my co-host CEO, who spits all over you peasants. CEO, don't even welcome them. Just take a spit on them. Fuck them. You feel me?
Fuck the peasants, bro. I don't even like half of y'all niggas because half of y'all Eagle fans.
Ha! Oh shit. Are they fucking winning right now? I think they're winning right now.
Yeah,
come on, Stafford. Come on, Stafford. Damn.
No, first like he's washed. And McVay's a fraud. Anyway, whatever.
It is what it is. All right, let's start off this week. CEO, very upsetting win. Browns beat the Steelers 24-19. I think I picked the Browns, and I think
we both picked the Browns.
You both?
Yeah, because
you picked the Steelers and rooting for the Browns, or if you flat out picked the Browns.
No, I picked the Brown. Like you picked the Browns first, and then I was like, I feel like it was gonna be an upset too. So I went with the Browns.
Luckily for you, that's good because that's one more loss to the Steelers, and I think you guys are one loss away to tying them. So
I'm just happy they fucking lost to the Browns. Shout out to the Browns. You know what I'm saying?
Famous champs, you feel me?
Famous. I wouldn't go for that far. He kind of choked it up almost in the last spot with that fucking pick.
Almost doesn't cut it. You know what I'm saying?
This was a defensive win. Famous Jameis is still fucking cheeks. All right.
Hey, Jameis, if you come out to Florida State, we'll welcome you open arms. You feel me?
Steelers suck nuts. They're not a good team. They're fucking frauds.
It was a short week, so
bro, they get wins like. They get wins in the division because they own the division for the most part, for being honest. And the wins that they don't have are fucking against fraudulent ass teams. Come on. They're not, first of all, Steelers fans are sick and tired of fucking Tomlin. Sick and tired of that nigga.
If they fire Tomlin, CEO, that's 2 free wins because they're not going to find anybody like that. Say what you want about Tomlin. He's consistently good.
But you understand their fucking their point though, right? I mean, no playoff wins in 8 years is kind of unacceptable.
That's okay, but see, look what I get that, but look at the quarterback. Like they don't even try to get a quarterback for him.
I mean, but at the same time, it's like he has so much weight in the organization, he could do something about it, but he doesn't. Either this is what he likes. Because he has input. There's no way he doesn't have input at this point in the organization. So if you're a Steeler fan and this is the shit you see, okay, you overachieve in the regular season year in and year out, but you can't get a playoff win. And the last time you got a playoff win, like half of you niggas were freshmen in high school. Like you're going to feel some type of way if you're a Steelers fan. Let's be honest.
Listen. Well, CEO, good for you. If they get rid of Tomlin, that's because looking at the head coaching pool right now, it's complete garbage. So Pittsburgh, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I hope it happens. Good luck. Enjoy being the fucking third in your fucking division. So is what it is there. Upsetting a shock. Cowboys beat the Commanders 34-26. CEO, your thoughts?
Cowboys beat the Commanders. Actually, this is a little shocking. Not to the degree that I'm like, because obviously it's a divisional game, so I'm not too shocked about it. Divisional games, throw the records out, weird shit happens. Everyone knows this. Nothing new. But yeah. I will say this, and I've said this previously. You guys can attest to this. I said I'm not impressed with the Commanders, and I said it about like 2 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like everyone's hyping them up. Daniels, yada yada. Don't care. Not impressed. I told you, look at their coaches. Who are their coaches? Dan Quinn and fucking right. And that Cliff Kingsbury. That's not impressive. You're not going to go far with that shit. I mean, they're not good coaches. They're just not. I mean, Daniels again. He's a rookie, so I'm not harshing him. I'm not, this isn't an indictment against him, final indictment. This is just me pointing out that he played pretty horrible. And it's just, and I don't even think it's his fault, bro. It's Cliff Kingsbury. He sucks nuts. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like we knew this. Cliff is not good. I don't know. First of all, I don't know why this bum keeps getting jobs, but it's like if you're OC Cliff Kingsbury, you know damn well you're not going to be a good team. So the fact that they got this many wins, 7 wins, that's impressive considering the fact that their coaching staff is horrible and they're Washington. So the Cowboys are trash. We know that, but their season's over. I mean, this win was horrible because all it did was drop him in the draft.
Shout out to the Cowboys for winning. So I win my $100 from Brandon, even though he's a fucking bum. Well, we'll figure that shit out. As goes, Washington. Daniels played, I'll say mid, but I'm not gonna shit on Daniels. Once again, he's a rookie, number 2. Look what he has around him, and look at the coaching. Cliff Kingsbury's coaching is beyond fucking. What is the offense you're running, bro? Like, in what world do you run that shit? And also, by the way, and I have a video about this coming out too. That kicker needs to be cut. How the fuck do you miss that fucking PAT, bro?
Yeah, that was bad. A lot of kickers are missing PATs, which is fucking weird. I don't know what's going on.
A video about that coming out tomorrow because that's fucking ridiculous. Speaking of another upsetting win, Titans beat the Texans at home 32-27, and I said it before, and I say it. I don't know if CEO said it. I know CEO agreed with me, or at least agreed to my sentiment. The Texans will have a meltdown, and they're having a meltdown right in front of our fucking eyes.
Right. I mean, we both said it before the year started, right?
Yeah.
We both said they were going to regress. The CJ Stroud. So first of all, let's just be honest, RJ. When me and you find out he was hanging out with fucking Travis Scott and the Kardashians, we're like, all right, this shit.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Like, didn't we say that in the offseason? We were like, oh,
back in February before the Super Bowl.
We were like, oh, this is not gonna end well.
Yep.
Now the Kardashian curse is a very real thing, by the way. Just for you non-believers out there. Yeah. Listen, they're gonna go to the playoffs. They're gonna get bounced round 1. That's like the only reason they're making the playoffs is because the Titans are ass, Colts are ass, and that third team I'm forgetting. Jackson. Oh, they're so relevant. I forgot them. Is super ass. First pick of the draft ass. So of course they're gonna make it. But listen, Stroud is like, how many weapons do you need for you to look this fucking mediocre? I mean, come on, bro. That's unacceptable. Bobby Slowick is an idiot. People praised him like he was some kind of boy genius. Now he's looking like a fucking dumbass. So there you go.
Yeah, is what it is. Chiefs barely beat the Panthers 30-27. Chiefs. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Yeah. Something's cracking, RJ. Something's cracking.
I hope so. But barely. And by the way, Rozier, bro, don't ever say, listen, CJ might be playing mid. Bryce Young's still ass. I don't give a fuck. Like, come on.
Whoa, what did he say? He said what?
Go in the comments real quick. Now we can, I don't know if he's joking or not. Now we can say Bryce CJ now since he went toe-to-toe with Mahomes, while CJ lost to a guy who is a mean machine every week.
No, we're not saying Bryce Young is better. No. No. Listen. Mahomes and the Chiefs are fucking overachieving or underachieving. I'm not sure which one it is, to be honest with you. But they're playing a brand of football that is not the Chiefs' way. Like the Chiefs' way is blowing people out and this and that. I mean, listen, I don't know. Maybe they didn't take them seriously. They didn't even practice and they just fucking slept all week and didn't care about this game. Maybe that's why they suck, because that's the only way I can explain them almost losing to the Panthers.
Facts. Other than that, it is what it is. Dolphins blow out the Patriots. I have a video coming out the Patriots and Drake May and the Patriots suck. Listen, Patriot fans, Kaiju, Rozier, it's time to regress. Like, you're going into that dark stage, and I think CEO can agree with me.
It's time to buckle up and prepare for 10 plus years of poverty.
Facts. And that's what you guys were before Brady got there. You guys had a little stint with Jimmy Johnson and Eric Bledsoe, but that's it. This is what Patriots football looks like, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come on. How fucking lucky do you get to get a first ballot Hall of Famer in the 6th round, 7th round, CEO?
Yeah, that's the luck. And by the way, for those of you who are not children, you saw 6 Super Bowls, be happy with that, and like me and RJ said, just be prepared for I don't know, like for a Cowboys level poverty streak until you win the next Super Bowl.
They're not even gonna make the playoffs, bro.
The Cowboys haven't won a playoffs in what, like 30 years? I mean, the Super Bowl in like 30 years.
Yeah, like 1996.
Yeah, I mean, don't be surprised if that's the Patriots. We'll be here like fucking 56 years old and they haven't won shit since Brady.
Yeah, facts. Lions beat the Colts. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with you, see. I'm not impressed with this win. They should have blew the Colts out by 50. You feel me?
I mean, listen, defensively, I'm impressed with it. I think that's fine. I mean, it's not a bad 24-6. Yeah, it should have been higher, yes, but still the best team in the NFC, you know what I'm saying?
Until they get knocked out, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Hey, listen, Sia, you saw the video, Sia. You can't rebuke what I said in that video.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, the comment sections were crapping on you, justifiably so.
Oh, then it's the same comments as you crapped on me about the Texans. We see how far that went. You feel me? Speaking of that, CEO, Buccaneers 30, Giants 7. The veto mania did not come up.
Listen. I don't have beef with the Giants, right? Yeah. I don't have beef. I don't really have any feelings towards the Giants. I mean, honestly, they're probably the least irritating for me in the division, maybe because listen, I hate Eagles. All right, they're disgusting. But Giants fans, bro, I mean, I can't lie to you, RJ. I was kind of rooting for DeVito Mania again so they can fuck up and draft Quinn Ewers. I'm sorry. Listen. You guys don't deserve, like, the Giants for passing up on Jaden Daniels. Yes, you passed up on Jaden Daniels by winning with this clown DeVito. You kind of deserve to get punished. All right, you deserve bullshittery off of the fact that you said no. Let's win now. When people like RJ and the fan base, ex-member, were telling you, do not win, tank out, and everyone's like, no, we gotta win for Giants pride. Now everyone's on the fucking let's tank bandwagon, right? Let's tank bandwagon, and like everyone's on that shit. Before it was blasphemous. Don't you dare say to tank. How dare you? Now everyone's hopping on that bandwagon, and I'm like, nah, y'all don't deserve it. Because let's be honest, bro, you deserve Quinn Ewers or Carson Beck, and like you don't deserve. Honestly, there's not a lot of quarterbacks I believe in this draft, but I guess Shador is probably the best one. You probably don't deserve Shador. All right, you deserve Quinn Ewers and the misery that comes along with that. I'm just keeping a buck.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. You guys deserve this shit for signing that bum Daniel Jones, who we're gonna get into. Oh man, we're gonna get into that.
Absolutely.
Vikings win 30-27 on an overtime win. CEO, very entertaining game. I mean, Shane Waldron's an idiot. For this guy to come in and make Caleb look actually good and competent, give him credit for that. I'm not saying he's a long-term answer. I'm just saying, I feel like Shane Waldron was kind of handicapping Caleb. Your thoughts, CEO?
At
least on this game.
My thoughts are this, right? The Bears are a pathetic franchise, and my expectations of what Caleb could have been are diminishing off of the simple fact, not because I think Caleb is a Jamarcus Russell level bust. I doubt that. It's because this organization manages to destroy whatever quarterback they touch. Like, he played a good game, RJ, and they still lost. Like, at some point, this is how you damage young quarterbacks, like taking away their confidence, firing a personnel too early on, changing shit constantly. That's how you fucking destroy their rhythm. That's how you destroy their confidence. That's how you destroy their development. I mean, the simple fact is, yes, he played well, but they played against Sam Darnold and the Vikings, and I'm not impressed by that. And I feel bad for Caleb because you're stuck in one of the worst franchises ever for quarterbacks. There's not a single Bears quarterback that's worthy of mention. Like, there's really not.
Time out. Because didn't you give me shit for allegedly when there was rumors that Caleb was trying to not go to the Bears. Now do you see why he wasn't you owe me and Caleb an apology because look where the fuck he's at. His career is over, CEO. It's over because CEO, you said it. They kept Eberflus is still there. I don't know how the fuck this guy still has a job. He gave him 30 points to Sam fucking Darnold. And now they're about to. I don't even know if they're going to fire Eberflus. Are we sure they're going to fire Eberflus, CEO? Are we sure? They think Shane Waldron's probably the problem.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're going to fire him. They're going to fire him. It's just I said it 2 years ago. Fire the guy 2 years ago. I mean, I said this from the jump. They didn't do it. Some of the fans were like, no, listen, we got to give Eberflus a chance because his defense is good. I'm like, fuck off with that bullshit. All right. You're bringing in a young, super talented quarterback. You have to get him an offensive head coach. You have to rebuild with something good. You can't keep this guy who just failed with fucking Justin Fields. Like, don't do that. Like, don't bring that bad juju in here. And no, they decided to do it. Now look what's happening. It's fucking stupid. And that's on although I do like Ryan Poles' draft decisions, that's on him for not firing that nigga.
And you fire everybody else besides Eberflus. Like, what?
Because he's friends with Eberflus, but that shouldn't.
That's why you can't work with your friends, people. Like,
no, like, because he's gonna get fired.
Jobs, to be honest with you, CEO.
Poles might get fired for being like too, I guess, for hiring his friends and that shit not working out. No.
Facts. Is what is. By the way, does anybody really want to see, like, you know what, CEO, can you at least say in the NBA, say like a team goes 8-0 but they're trash and we know they're trash. At least we know they're not going to the playoffs. The Vikings are going to go to the playoffs because they had a good September. No one wants to see the Vikings. I'd rather see the Seattle Seahawks, the Cardinals in the playoffs, the Rams in the playoffs, and the fucking Vikings. I'm sorry. Come on, bro. Like, no one wants to see Sam Darnold in the fucking playoffs.
No one does. And they're going to get bounced round one.
Facts. And they're going to, like, advance. And see, the worst part is they're probably going to do it, like, advance like the Eagles or some shit to the second round.
Yeah.
What is
yeah.
Broncos defeat the Raiders 29-19. I have a video about Bo Nix coming out. He should be Rookie of the Year this year. No question about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's the best quarterback this year. He's the best quarterback in the rookie class. So I'm impressed with him. I'm impressed with the character, the development. I mean, we both thought he was going to be okay.
I said he was a wild card. I could see him being really, really good or really, really bad. So,
well, I said he was going to be okay. Meaning that he was
Kirk Cousins, I think, which is not a bad.
Comparison. No, I said Kirk Cousins, which is that. Yeah, you're right. That's actually not a failure of a comp.
Yeah.
But I like it. You know, so far Broncos have a future. Raiders are fucking trash. I hope they draft Shador so the Giants are good.
Facts. Seattle beats the Cardinals by 10 points, 16-6. I think I took Seattle in this one, CEO. I don't know. I don't remember.
We took. I think we took the.
I remember I took Seattle. I know that.
I don't remember who I picked. I think all I know is that it was hard for us to pick because we could have seen the upset. I think maybe I picked the Cardinals and I said I could see the upset though. This was just a bad game. I don't see it as anything. Oh, he said y'all took. Oh, so we both took Arizona. Okay.
I took Arizona. Yeah.
All right. Listen. So we probably said we picked Arizona, but we could see that it's an upset. So. Definitely. Listen, Cardinals. I'm not going to take this game too seriously because it's a divisional game. So we'll have to see how they play next game before
I heard Tyler got hurt. Is it like hurt, or he just got hurt in the game?
No, I think he just got hurt in the game. He's not hurt or anything like that.
All right. The Packers 38-10 on the Niners. Yes, I know Brock Purdy and Nick Bosa are out, but very good win. You know what I'm saying? Niners. Yeah. What are they 5-6 now, CEO?
Yeah.
So CEO, your thoughts?
They didn't have Purdy. Brandon Allen was trash. Packers. We both picked the Packers. They got routed. It is what it is. 49ers are not doing it. They're not even making the playoffs. They're done. People want Kyle's, head on a plate, rightfully so.
Yeah.
We said that first of all, he made it to Super Bowl like 2 times. Was it 2 or 3?
2.
2. Choked it up both times. All right. So you had your chance.
As a coordinator.
Yeah, you had your chance, right?
Yeah.
And you fucking blew it. Now your window's closed. All right. And you're gonna have to pay Brock Purdy fucking a shit ton of money. Good luck with that. This organization, Niners, as in terms of you being a perennial Super Bowl visitor, whatever the fuck, you're done. Pack it up.
That is a fact. And see, I already know where Kyle Shanahan is going to go.
Where?
He's going to be a coordinator for the Washington Redskins. Guess who hold on. Guess who Dan Quinn's offensive coordinator was with Atlanta? Kyle Shanahan.
No, I'm aware of that, but I'm pretty sure he'll get a head coaching job before he becomes coordinator.
Hell no.
Yeah, listen, we have a different perspective on Kyle than the vast majority of the people in the league have. Like, that's how skewed our perspective is in relation to other people. Other people think he's a plus coaching candidate. If he was, and I do agree, I do think that if he was in the market, another team would pick him up as their head coach. I would feel pretty confident in that. And hey, I mean, they're just gonna make the mistake. It's on them though. So
I could see that because people are fucking dumb. And as we speak, Eagles up 13-7. There will be receiving ball first in the second half. Let's go Rams.
Yeah, I'm so sick.
Your team playing tomorrow, Ravens, Chargers, and I'm going with the Ravens, man. You guys got to come back. It's still fuck Justin Herbert. You feel me? CEO, your thoughts?
They're spanking shit. All right. This is what the Ravens do. All right. They'll lose a pivotal game and then they'll beat the shit out of a faking contender team. They're gonna beat the shit out the Chargers. All right.
Yeah.
And they'll win by like 7, maybe 14 points. And that'll be that. And that's how. And then Ravens fans will get hyped up again. And then we'll see what happens after that. But either way, Chargers are not as good as the Ravens. All right, they both have hardballs on them, so it's not like we're going up against a fucking Andy Reid or some shit like that.
Also, isn't John undefeated against Jim?
I don't know if he's undefeated, but all I know is that he beat him in the Super Bowl, so that's all that matters.
I know he beat him in 2013 and 2011.
So he doesn't have his number. So it's not one of those things where Harbaugh's going to psych his ass out like he does with Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin.
I mean, he is the big brother. Isn't John the big brother?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's the big brother. You know what I'm saying? So,
and he looks. It's weird because he's. I thought when I didn't know them, I thought he was a younger brother.
Yeah, I know Jim. I don't know what's wrong with Jim.
Jim just looks old as fuck.
Yeah. Is what it is. Oh, great. We have Thursday night football, 3 games because it's Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Lions, Bears. I'm going to go Lions, Bears. I'm sorry. No. Nah.
I'm going to go Lions. They're going to rout the Bears.
Very interesting one, CEO. Cowboys, Giants. I'm going to go Cowboys. The Giants are beyond horrible.
I'm going to go with Tommy Two Guns, RJ.
Good luck with that one, bro.
No, I need them to win. All right, I need them to win. Fuck up that draft position.
Well, I need them to lose so I can get my money from Brandon, his fucking faggot ass.
I mean, who do I think is going to win? Probably the Cowboys, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But who I want to win is probably the Giants. I ain't gonna lie.
And then Packers, Dolphins, Packers. You're taking a Miami team, put them in fucking Green Bay, please.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, and the cold. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, Packers.
Gosh, dude, why the fuck is there a game on Friday?
Friday, all right. Raiders and Chiefs. At least it's not at 3 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is it Thanksgiving?
No, it's not. It's Friday, dude. It's Friday. Thanksgiving's always on Thursday.
Okay, then I don't get.
Stop with the Peacock Amazon shit, bro. Who the fuck wants to see the Raiders?
Man, this cocksucker of Saquon just scored a touchdown. Fuck.
So that shit. Oh yeah, I just saw that shit. Oh my gosh, I fucking hate the NFL with a
Yo,
passion.
I cannot wait till my Ravens put hands on these things. Listen, let it go. It's not that big a deal. You know, don't you want to see the Raiders and Chiefs? Come on, bro.
CEO, this is your fault, CEO.
How's it
Because
my fault?
you won't hold this product accountable. You won't fucking say, Roger, stop putting shit on Peacock and fucking Prime. Stop. The Raiders and Chiefs. Come on, bro.
I mean, shit. I mean,
And the
listen.
Chiefs are not even playing good. So
Everyone's gonna watch them on what's it called?
listen, everybody in the chat, boycott. I don't give a fuck unless you're a Chiefs fan. If you're a Chiefs fan or Raiders fan, fine. If you're not a fan of these teams, fucking boycott, all right? Let Roger Goodell know this product sucks, okay? My gosh, dude. We're obviously me and CEO going with the Chiefs, no analyst of this fucking game. Patriots, Colts.
Colts.
Going Colts?
Yeah, I'm going Colts.
I don't fucking know. No, I'll just go Patriots to be opposite. Even though that's a dog shit game. My gosh.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, no one's watching it. So.
Seattle Jets. I'm gonna go Seattle. I think Gino's gonna go off against the Jets. His old team. The Jets are imploding within our eyes. So.
Oh, hold up. The Eagles will beat the living dog shit out of Detroit in January. Y'all hear me the fucking first. No, they won't.
Wait, what's going on? The Eagles will beat the living dog shit out of the Eagles in Detroit. Rozier, weren't you saying don't you hate the Eagles?
No, it's not only that. It's just like they're beating up on shit competition. This is what I'm saying. It's like, are they a good team? Yes, I think they're a good team. But are they? Like they beat up on 5-5 Jets. They beat up on fucking the fucking Browns. They beat up on the Giants. They beat up on these trash teams, Cowboys. And then they're like, God, they're gonna beat the shit out the Lions. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, if you're gonna say, all right, it's gonna be a competitive game, but I think the Eagles are gonna squeak it out, fine. But if you're out here, you're gonna say, oh, they're gonna beat the shit out the Lions, you're fucking delusional.
Yeah, you're wilding, bro. Now, granted, could an upset happen? Sure. Don't tell me these assholes fumbled.
No, it's like what I'm saying is, like, you can say they would beat Detroit. I have no problem with that. But to say they're gonna get fucking blown the fuck out is just ridiculous.
Well, that's Rozier. Does Rozier know anything about football?
I don't know. He's a Patriots fan, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Seattle. CEO, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Seattle. Jets are done. They're done.
Titans, Commanders. Oh my gosh, this is a great Sunday here, CEO. We got the Colts and Patriots, Seattle, Jets, Titans, Commanders. I'm gonna go Commanders. Titans just won, and Commanders just lost. So
agreed. Yeah, I agree.
Vikings, Cardinals. That's a great matchup, right? Fucking there. I don't even fucking know. I'm gonna go Cards. I don't know. The Cardinals, they might be I don't want to say fraudulent team, but you never know, CEO.
I mean, they're not fraudulent, they're just overachievers. I mean, like they have the pieces for the future, but overall they still have way too many holes on defense. And offensively they need a couple more pieces. So they're not frauds because I don't think anyone had any expectations for them, and they're not really a team on anybody's radar. So they're just overachieving right now because they have the pieces for the future. I'm gonna go with the Vikings for the upset, not for the upset, for the win for the coaching. It's just Gannon. Gannon's the only thing in the Cardinals that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikes. Chargers, Falcons. I'm gonna go Chargers, CEO. I'm not sold on the Falcons at all. And I think the Chargers are a decent team. I'm not gonna care. I think they're a decent team.
Right.
So,
I mean, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I agree with you.
Texans, Jacksonville. I have to. I want to. I don't fucking know. The Texans are so bad, but I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go Texans. I don't know. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm gonna go with Texans. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Steelers, Bengals, Steelers. Come on, take the Bengals out. They'll be their 8th loss, CEO.
I know. I mean, their Bengals are winning. They're not going to sweep out the Steelers, bro. I'm gonna go with this is in Pittsburgh or Cincinnati.
Since
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I mean, I hate both these teams, but
yeah, I might go Bengals on this one.
Dude, they're not gonna sweep. The Steelers aren't gonna sweep them.
I just want the Bengals out of there. Panthers, Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks. Panthers, nice run, but I mean, come on, it's still Bryce Young. Come
on. Panthers. Yeah, good. Yeah, Bucks are beating them. No question.
Rams, Saints. I'm gonna go Rams, especially if the Rams lose today. I mean, the Saints are garbage. This is a great fucking week, CEO. A great week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams as well.
Eagles, Ravens, CEO. I'm gonna obviously go Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
This is a good game. Listen, bro. Listen, this is gonna be the Eagles' real first test, right?
Yep.
And the Ravens, Lamar Jackson's putting belt to ass. All right. You heard it here. The Ravens are putting belt to ass to this bitch ass NFC team when they hit the bank. All right. We're not the Rams. We're not the fucking Cowboys. We're not the dog shit Giants. We're not the fucking, the Browns, right?
Yeah.
Listen, even though our defense sucks nuts, I ain't gonna lie. But listen, Lamar, we're not the fucking washed up Stafford and them fucking washed to shit. Listen, we're putting belt to ass. You know, RJ, you know what Lamar does to the NFC.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He is your father, all right? So, hey, do I think we're going to blow them out? No. I think it's going to be a close game. We're probably going to win it by I'll say 3-point victory.
3? Only 3?
3-7. No, it's Lamar. We beating the Ravens, RJ, or it's a field goal game. No, Terry, listen, Terry, you played frauds, absolute frauds. And the majority of these frauds came from the NFC, the fraudiest conferences. All right. Listen, this is in the AFC. This is the AFC North football. You're not built for this shit. All right. Fucking clown ass Eagle fans. You're not built for the AFC, except for the Browns because they're garbage. But apart from the real AFC, RJ, we know the real AFC is the Steelers and the Ravens.
I mean, listen, I think they did. I think they did beat Cincinnati though.
No, that's why I said the real AFC is the Steelers and the Ravens, not the other fraudulent teams or the poverty teams. All right, listen, fuck that. No, Terry, listen, Terry, you beat frauds. The Giants suck ass. They're not even frauds. They just suck. The Cowboys are frauds. The Commanders are frauds. Everyone you beat is a fucking fraud. All right? This is the game. December 1st. Ravens are going to show you clowns in Philly what it means to be a real bird team, all right? Y'all can go fuck yourself. Yeah, Bengals are garbage. Exactly. Bengals are garbage. You beat the Bengals. Ravens are going to put belt to ass, nigga. Fuck out of here. I can't wait for December 1st, RJ.
Obviously going Ravens. Bills, Niners, obviously Bills. Niners are done.
Yeah.
So, and then we close it up this Monday Night Football game, CEO, with the Browns and Broncos.
Yeah. Before we get to that, you know what's funny, RJ?
What?
Remember how good the Lions were last year, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh my God, the Lions are going to put belt to ass to the Ravens."
Yeah.
How did that shit turn out?
Yeah, I think they whooped the fucking.
It was like 50 to 5 or some shit.
Yeah.
Nah. Listen, Eagles, don't be surprised, everyone, if the Ravens blow out the Eagles. Don't be surprised.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Denver on this Monday Night Football game. Browns are trash.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Denver. Famous Jameis is a fraud.
And speaking of that, CEO, you talk about there's only one team to beat Lamar in the NFC, and that's Brandon's Daniel Jones led Giants team. Brandon,
Yeah.
welcome to the program.
What's going on? You hear me right?
Yeah.
All right. How's everybody doing on a Sunday night? So it's a nice Sunday night. I like this type of weather. I hope everybody's doing well. God bless. Do me a favor before we get into this, because I really, I mean, you guys know by now how much I really don't like the NFL. The NFL's product is really bad. If me and RJ, we disagree on a lot of things, but we both, easily agree how bad the NFL product is. So let's just combine these next two topics of Giants being trash and Daniel Jones. Let's just do that. It just makes it a lot easier. My skin crawls talking about the NFL. It's like breathing in poison gas. Every time I have to open my mouth to talk something about the NFL, whether it's the Giants or the Chiefs or whoever it is, it doesn't matter what team. The entire product of everything is trash. Now, obviously, RJ wants to talk about Daniel Jones, and I can't not talk about Daniel Jones, obviously. But I will say I'm happy that, well, I shouldn't have to talk about Daniel Jones as a Giant, and no Giants fans should have to from now on because he got cut, obviously. Well, they mutually parted ways. Sorry, let me put it respectfully. I mean, they did because he asked to get cut. So
they played him. Well, why do you think? Why did they think he asked for that?
Well, he asked to get cut because all right, as a franchise, all right, Daniel Jones is obviously not good, but when any player that feels disrespected like that, whether you think he was disrespected or not.
All right, but why do you think why did he feel disrespected? What were they having him do that made him feel disrespected?
They were making him play free safety out there on a scout team. Now, it's not as deep as people make it because it was for money reasons. Obviously, they put him to QB fucking 4. They didn't want to pay that injury guarantee, which, I mean, it's a business at the end of the day. We're not surprised there. They were trying their best to not have to pay that extra money. And why would you want to pay an extra 20-something million if somebody gets hurt? But he asked for his release. He got it. I don't know if I'm not 100%. I mean, obviously the GM has to abide by it, but it was a John Mara decision.
Okay.
Funny enough. And that's pretty much it for the DJ era. And, like I said, there's no more conversation past today. There shouldn't be any more conversation of DJ's time as a Giant. Now you can talk to him. It's funny because one of the teams rumored to actually land him. It's the Baltimore Ravens. Funny enough.
Yeah, he's going to be a backup where he should be,
and that's fine. I mean, he's got Lamar Jackson there. He's better than Lamar Jackson. He beat him before, but we're not going to really get into that either.
Yeah.
No,
so did Gardner.
All jokes aside, hopefully, as a human, hopefully everything goes well for him. As a player, he's probably not going to see the field much, depending what team he goes to. But I mean, I said it before the season. He's damaged goods. I mean, he's just.
You guys see this picture right here? You see this picture? This is what the Giants franchise is summed up into: complete average. Okay.
Well, I said it before the season started. He's damaged goods. RJ. I remember me and RJ were talking about the season before. Obviously before the season, he was like, "Damn, you're being more negative than me." So I never really had expectations for the season, nor did I really want to watch the NFL. Period. They're trash. So yeah, that's my main thoughts right now. I guess you guys can start up your whatever you want to call it.
Well, Brandon, I don't know where Brandon, it's crazy coming from you, Mister. I will take DJ over Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
He is the anointed one to stand at third to come to this. Just the crash and fall. If you me and CEO, we wouldn't consider you a friend, but we try to help you and say, listen, bro, DJ ain't hit, bro. He's garbage.
Well, I just want to say, fuck. There was a point that you just said that I can't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
CEO, you take the floor. That's all I really have to say.
I mean, listen. I knew he was garbage 3 years ago. I'm on record. All right. Y'all should have listened to people like me who saw he was off his shit. All right, we're not talking about, disgusting Philly fans. All right, that we're talking shit. You're talking about outsiders. Most people, I think, realized he wasn't the guy. You know what I'm saying? They just liked him because he was nice. You know what I'm saying? He was friendly.
He was a pros.
Yeah. He was a pros pro. You know what I'm saying? He did everything that the garbage Giants franchise made him do. All right. And by the way, in that kind of, if anything, being a pros in the Giants organization probably kind of fucked up his career, if anything.
Well, I mean, it goes to show, that because everybody forgets, the NFL at the end of the day is a business. I mean, people are going to leave whether they're good or bad. People are going to, this just shows, no matter how much of a pro or how much of a diva you are, it all depends on, the player you are. Him being, I guess, loyal to the Giants in a sense, or being a pro, or in that sense, maybe messed up his career. But I mean, it's there's so many things wrong with this Daniel Jones thing over the last 5.5, because he didn't finish this year. There's so many things wrong, but I want to get into the main fact, because Daniel Jones really not the main topic of discussion for me in this. It's Giants fans, and I wanna before I shit on Giants fans, I want to defend Giants fans for something. Now, because I'm gonna shit on them too, because I had a nice argument earlier about this shit. I'm gonna defend Giants fans first, and I'm gonna say it doesn't matter what the fan base really wants. Obviously, John Mara tries to abide by the fan base and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day what the fans want. Obviously, RJ was like, yeah, but the fans, they deserve this because they wanted this or they wanted that. Like last year, for example, most Giants fans, and it's not even Giants fans, it's NFL fans. Every team that's trash has fans that don't want to tank. Let's keep it real. It's not just the Giants. It's every team in the NFL that has a bad record. Not half the fan base always wants to tank, the other half doesn't. Not just Giants fans, but for Giants fans, whether they wanted to tank or not, it's out of their control. Obviously, it's the team. It's the team. I mean, the defense was playing lights out so that Tom and DeVito could win 3 games last year. Whether, like me personally, do I like to tank? No, because I don't like any type of thing showing defeat. That's just me. But if they would have tanked, it is what it is. Like this year, do I want to tank? I don't mean not that I really care, but if let's just say I was watching Giants every week, no, I wouldn't want to tank, but I don't care at the same time, because my feelings have no effect on what the Giants do. That's where I'm gonna defend Giants fans. Their feelings, for the most part, don't have anything to do with what happens. But I'm gonna shit on Giants fans because now you can fucking realize that the problems of this franchise don't just fall on one fucking player. No matter how ass you think Daniel Jones is, it's not just Daniel Jones. That's my main issue, and that's what my main issue's been for the last fucking few years. It's not just Daniel Jones. The team sucks overall. It sucks overall. Daniel Jones obviously is part of the problem, or he's not, or better yet, he's not the solution, how we've said it before, but it's not just him. There's too many fucking problems. Now, RJ said before he wanted Dable fired. He said it's last year, if I'm not mistaken, or at the end of last year, one or two. And at the time, I didn't agree because, I'm okay with giving people, especially Giants who had a revolving door at coach. I'm okay with giving a coach a little time just to figure it out. But now, because I think now is the right timing. If you're going to fire Dable, don't do it next year. Do it now. And you could fire Joe Shane soon if you want to, or not, depending. He's did a up and down job so far. But if you're going to fire Dable, now that you cut DJ, fire him now so that the next fucking coach, whoever it may be, has a clean slate with a new quarterback. It's perfect timing. Whether you think the quarterbacks are good or not, it's just perfect timing to bring in a quarterback and a coach together. If you want to fire him now. Don't wait till next year when you draft whoever you draft and he plays like shit. And also, again, the fan base who doesn't want to hold anybody else but Daniel Jones accountable, you're going to see. You saw it today. The fucking players, they all quit on Dable. They all quit on him, and I would quit on him too. I mean, shit, he's not doing anything. Tommy DeVito had 10 fucking yards passing. If this is an Andy Reid, would Tommy DeVito have only 10 yards passing a half?
Nope.
No. If this is even if it's a Harbaugh would have more, or at least he would have some fucking rushing yards to counteract it. Who else is a good coach? I mean, even a Shanahan. Shanahan would have more fun. The point is, a competent head coach would have more than 10 fucking yards no matter who the quarterback is. They wouldn't be down 23-0 at the half. So for the Giants fans, because I argued with a lot of them, they all called me stupid for saying that Daniel Jones wasn't the only problem, that Dable was a problem, or the fucking coordinators who I've been saying were trash for years now. What's his face? Mike Kafka. Like, there's too many fucking problems in the organization. If you want to clean house, actually clean house. Me and RJ talked about it, but but right before Daniel Jones got paid, I don't know if RJ you remember, but we talked about it and we both agreed in the end. If you're going to get rid of one, get rid of both. When it was about Saquon and DJ, if you're going to get rid of one, get rid of both of them, because we do have to clean. If you're going to get rid of Saquon, get rid of DJ too. I don't care about getting rid of Saquon, I really don't. But get rid of both of them. If you're going to clean house correctly. So now I think it's a perfect time to fire Dable. And I mean, I'm just happy that the fan base, that part of the fan base who just only blames everything on one fucking player, because they're going to do it to the next quarterback as well. They're going to ruin the next quarterback's confidence. They're going to say it was all his fucking fault, even if he only started 3 games as a rookie. They're going to do that anyway. So now they can see it's not just one fucking player. This team's up and down, has problems. I think they have talent, but they have problems. It's that simple. Sorry, that was a little long.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? You can't clean house because the problem here is merit. All right, it's not the coaches. You know what I'm saying? It's John Merritt.
I agree.
So it's impossible to clean house. It's just that's the issue. So when people say, "Oh, okay, it's not Daniel Jones," well, they're basically saying, "Well, just get someone that's so great that they can overcome the bullshit of the organization." You know what I'm saying? That's what they're looking for, because let's be honest, you get Mara in there. I mean, I guess you could say Manning did it to some degree.
I think, yeah, you could blame Mara, and you should blame Mara. This all starts at the top. The buck stops with him at the end of the day. But there are like a lot of there are franchises that overcome bad ownership all the time. And you could blame Mara for sure. But now that Daniel Jones is gone, because the last thing that John Mara has done was made sure Daniel Jones got paid. He doesn't have an Odell to pay or Saquon to pay or any of these guys that he wants to pay. John Mara's probably at a point now. It's like, fuck, now this team, like, nobody that he likes as, his nice face of the franchise in a sense.
Okay.
So he doesn't have anybody there. I think if you're gonna, because Mara's not selling the team. If you're gonna do it now before it's too late, because once he has he doesn't want to get rid of Dable, but if you get rid of Dable right now, the shit won't matter. Next year, if they do fire Dable, or if Dable's still trash and he's like, oh, well, you know what? I like Dable. I want to keep him. Then you're kind of in a point where, all right, John Mara, what he says goes. John Mara's desperate right now because everything fell apart once again. So he's at a point where you don't even have to worry about him. And Joe Shane, for example, I'll give him credit. He really didn't want to bring Saquon back. You could see it like in the Hard Knocks. Like, yeah, he entertained it, but it really didn't seem like he really was going to try to get him back, which is fine. And Mara, he basically told Mara in one of those episodes, like, yeah, he, in a nice professional way, he said, I'm going to do what I think is right. And he did. And Mara had to eat it. So I think if you do it now. But the three of us know that it's not going to happen. They're going to fuck up again. Dable's going to stay coach. They're going to draft whoever they draft. Maybe I think they'll get Milroe somehow. But they'll probably draft Milroe. I think they'll get him. Fuck up with Dable. Fuck up with Dable. The fan base will ruin that guy's confidence, and then you'll just have a bunch of broken a bunch of broken pieces everywhere. And I mean, yeah, that's me talking from this Daniel Jones perspective. Now, again, I really past this year. I mean, now that Daniel Jones is gone, I didn't care before. Now I really don't care. If they do good, cool. If they don't, cool. We're at a point where I have my brother, for example. He's a Jets fan, and he's at a point where he watches sometimes, and it's like, oh, if they win, all right, cool. But they're not going to win, so I don't care. And that's where Giants fans are at a moment. At least the Giants fans who don't want to torture themselves every Sunday, and it really doesn't matter to me. I don't think they're going to do anything good. I don't have much hope for the future, but I mean, whatever. The NFL's fucking trash anyway. NFL's trash anyways. I'm not too worried.
Well, see, it's trash because your team is garbage. All right.
No, well, hold on, because I have a lot to say about the NFL, but we'll get there. Trust me, it's not because of the Giants. It's getting worse. It's getting worse, and it's not because of the Giants.
Oh, and what's exactly getting worse about it?
If you want to get into it, fine. We can get into it. Okay, yeah. I was watching. Yeah, that's why I wanted to put it together as well. I sent RJ some videos, for example. I was watching a little bit of Thursday Night Football. Last week, it was the Texans and the Cowboys, right? And Rashad Jennings, that's my man. We all have players, and y'all can't get mad at me for because I'm still a fan of Daniel Jones at the end of the day. You know, whether he never plays again, he plays flag football, or he fucking plays pickleball. It doesn't matter. I like him as a human. So eat a dick. But we all have we're all fans of some trash player, at least growing up or something like that. One of those is well, a lot of people. How about that? One of those is Rashad Jennings, ex-Giants running back. And he even pointed out how I saw a running back get lit up by a defender, shoulder to shoulder. And the first fucking thing that the fucking refs did, what do you think they did, CEO?
Call through the flag.
They threw a fucking flag. A running back got hit by a defender shoulder to shoulder. He got fucking popped. And the defender got called for unnecessary roughness. Are you fucking kidding me? A running back's job is to literally fucking die on that field. Their job is to fucking they're a tackle magnet. So you're gonna say that that's unfucking necessary roughness? That is ridiculous. I watched it was CJ Stroud. He took a fucking hand to the right shoulder, the left shoulder, and it was the fucking what's the roughing the passer. Like, you can't say you enjoy watching that. There's no fucking way you enjoy watching that. That is horrible content.
Yeah, it's passable.
No, it's not. You watch. Listen. College football. I just started watching college football this year. I don't watch a lot, admittedly, but college football has harder hits. Hits. You can see a quarterback get lit the fuck up, you know, in a proper way, not, you know, in improper tackling. You know, there's ways to do it. You can see a fucking quarterback get lit the fuck up in college. But if you even see that on their fucking golden boy Patrick Mahomes, you get the fucking death penalty. That is not passable content. That is horrible.
First of all, I have seen bullshit in college football too. Now that I watch it more often, not as much, but you still see the bullshit. All right, dude,
we're at a point where NFL will be flag football. I mean, there's no way. The way that it's getting softer to the point where it's going to be flag football or flag football too. It's going to be flag football.
It's not getting to that point. All right.
Well, I mean,
because it would be there's a cap to it. All right. The contact will never leave the sport. Now, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Like, we're not watching what we want to watch, but at the same time, it's like college football, while it's good, the product can sometimes be pretty shitty because the level of players on the field are not as good as the NFL. Because you have players in college that just will never see the league, won't even get fucking picked up on undrafted. They're that bad. So it's kind of a hit or miss with college.
I'm at a point, you know, to respond to what Random Editor said, having a bad team does to the mind. Like I said, I think the worst season I watched of Giants was 2017. At least in recent memory was 2017. And the NFL product in 2017 is way better than it is at this moment. It's way better.
I just want to say something. CEO,
Yeah,
you say the NFL product is passable.
Passable, not good.
Okay, so you know what? When the Ravens are in a hard-fought game in the playoffs, and you guys are versing the Bills, and Josh Allen gets tapped on his left shoulder like C.J. Stroud does, 15-yard penalty, you lose by a field goal. I want you to fucking remember this game is passable. I want you to remember that shit.
It's passable. What can I say?
No, that's cool. That's fine. Don't bitch about it when it bites you in the ass when it comes to
No, because you guys are all, it's garbage, it's shit. It's just, that's not true. It's not true.
It is
it's
true.
not. It's
true.
not. It's not as good as it used to be. That is evident. But to say it is garbage and shit is bullshit.
Well, it's funny because now the shoe's on the other foot. There's plenty of times where, you guys or CEO in this case like to say, oh, you don't see it now, but you're going to see it later. It's the same thing. Shoes on the other foot. You're going to see it eventually.
I'm going out for years. What are you talking about?
No. I mean, CEO. CEO is going to see it eventually, and not just CEO. But
no, it's just I see what you're talking about. I just think you're exaggerating to say that it is an unwatchable product. It's just not.
This is why I call you an NPC CEO. You're smart as shit, CEO. No question about it. You're like a computer CEO. You're fucking smart, but you just can't think forward. You're thinking, well, the ratings are good. I still enjoy it. It's not a bad product. No, it's a bad product. Absolutely, it's a horrible product. Like, CEO, if this was 2015 football, I would say that's passable.
2015, by the way, 2015 was the last great year of football, in my opinion, because the more I look at it, like that 2015 season was really nice.
What was I about to say?
I mean, here's
Terry,
hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
In 2016, when they made that rule about you can't put your body weight on the quarterback, that's why I think the NFL died. Because
I agree with that.
Quarterbacks got injured.
And I'm tired of that narrative already. Like, this is getting annoying. Again, maybe if my team was better, I wouldn't be
as doom and gloom.
No, I wouldn't say that either, because again, I can see that as bad fucking product. I mean, I don't like I'll use an example. 2022 when we were decent that year and made the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
That year, the Giants weren't really that good. They were taking advantage of their weak schedule, and the only thing that was entertaining about the Giants that year was that it was like they played gritty. They had comebacks against like the Ravens and the Ravens, not the Packers. They had comebacks that year. I can't really. I'm drawing a blank. So it was somewhat entertaining, but the only real reason that I was watching, because ever since COVID, I watched less and less games per year, but the only reason I was really watching that year in particular was because me and YTC were doing play-by-plays, because besides that, I really didn't care that much. I don't turn on like Thursday night football. Me and RJ, let's just say on a Thursday night, me and RJ are playing 2K and I see a game. I am much more likely to turn on a basketball game than an NFL game at this moment. Because at least with the NBA, you're starting to see some type of fucking innovation, something. They're making some changes.
Listen, Brandon. We believe RJ when he says that, but when I think the vast majority of people believe that it's because your team is shit.
Well, I mean, you can believe whatever you want. The common denominator here is that the product is trash.
It's not as good as it used to.
You can believe that I'm only saying it for the Giants, but guess what? The same thing rings true.
Okay, do you think that your belief is shared by the vast majority of NFL fans?
Vast majority, no. Well, shit. All right, I don't think it's 2 out of what.
You see, Terry, this is the problem. Product isn't good, but it's still solid. No.
That's like me saying, oh yeah, Daniel Jones isn't good, but he did all right today. So it's the same shit that you guys come at me for, but now on a bigger level. It's the same shit you came at me for Daniel Jones, but on a bigger level.
Terry, how old are you before I take it? Because I don't want to take it. If you're like 15,
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, but I need to see how.
But even 15, if you're 15, then you're lying. You think it's good.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But for someone like CEO who's older than me and Brandon, like, how can you sit here and say this is passable? Bro, you're a fucking Ray. Bro, whoa, tell me, CEO. Whoa. You realize Ray Lewis and Ed Reed would not even be in the fucking league right now.
They'd be banned.
CEO, your whole team, and I actually like the Ravens. I know we joke around, whatever. I actually like the Ravens as an organization. I love Ray Lewis. I love Ed Reed. I played free safety. Ed Reed's one of my favorite. Terrell Suggs, all them boys.
Yeah.
CEO, that team would be fucking up. Roger Goodell will make sure Ray Lewis and Ed Reed will not be in the fucking league right now. How can you sit here and be like, well, my whole team's aura is defense, but I'm going to sit here and say this fucking shit is passable?
Listen, the same thing could be said about like the steel curtain in 2020, right? If you took the steel curtain and you put them in 2020, people would say the same shit. Those people would never be allowed to play in not in 2020, in the year 2000. All right.
I agree.
So the game evolves. All right. Now, is it evolving in a way that is not?
It's devolving
ideal?
Now.
Listen, now. I don't like the game because where it is in terms of like, all right, because I'm looking at it from the NFL's perspective and I can understand their perspective too. So this is why, for example, right, the defensive games, right, like what we used to like back in the day, like no one, like apart from I guess me or RJ, like people don't like that shit because every time I see a defensive game now, right, of any sort, just like a low scoring game, like good defensive play, people bitch about how this game is so trash.
That's
right?
bullshit. You enjoyed the Ravens and Steelers game, right?
No, I enjoyed it, but like when, for example, when we're pulling up a defensive game, for example, the Patriots versus the Rams in the Super Bowl, people are like, "Oh God, this is so trash." Even though that was a heavily dominant defensive game, people were like, "Oh, this is so garbage," because people want to see fucking 40 and 50 points. Like the NFL is giving the consumer what they want, and that's the issue. The consumer is retarded.
You can have.
Hold on, Brandon. I gotta say something. First of all, I want to say this, by the way. The Cowboys and the Saints that ended 12-10 in 2018 on Monday Night Football still holds the reins for Monday Night Football until Patrick Mahomes and the Rams, which was $18 million. That game was 12-10. But also, CEO, I don't think it's defense. The defense, CEO, you know this for a fact. The NFL handcuffs defense. You know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
The offenses are so unwatchable. They're so gay and bad that it's not defensive games. Just these offensives suck. So that's my point, CEO. It was like,
you know what these offenses are? You know what they are?
Why are you putting handcuffs on the defense when the offenses suck? They still can't do shit.
You know what these offenses are? I think the perfect word, in my opinion, the offenses look lazy out there. They look lazy. And I think they look lazy because, one, they know they're protected by these fucking rules. I mean, you got quarterbacks who, like Tua, for example. You guys were talking about Tua. Tua knows that nobody's going to want to hit him because he's going to die on the field. So, you know what? He's going to run. He's probably going to run a little bit more. He's going to, and nobody's going to tackle him. It's the same shit on a regular basis. These offenses know they're protected, so they just go out there and do anything. Like the Chiefs a couple years ago were this fucking star-studded offense. This year they're 8-1 or some shit like that, and they're 8-1. And like I said, for a while, Dana Jones had better fucking stats than Patrick Mahomes. That is crazy. That is fucking crazy.
I want to address this. And I'm not taking a shit on you, Josh Johnson, but I'm taking a shit on people like you, and probably you included. At least the NFL is still more profitable and watchable than the NBA. Y'all seen the ratings. That is utterly bullshit. Just because something's profitable does not mean it's good.
And who cares? Who cares?
I do not. Okay, I'll give you a prime example. Madden is fucking horrible. It's horrible. I don't care if it makes a lot of fucking money. It's fucking horrible.
Call of Duty for a few years. Same thing.
Listen, Madden is bad. Is it unplayable? No.
It's very unplayable.
Well, hold on. It depends who you're talking to. But the point is, when it comes to profit and Josh Johnson, what does the NFL's profits and ratings do for you? Does that make the game better for you? This game was ass, but at least the NFL was profitable this week. Who the fuck cares how profitable they are? At the end, they're profitable. Go ahead.
They're not profitable. They're not gonna fucking do the game. You do realize that, right?
Well, no, that's the problem. This is the double-edged sword. Is that this is what I'm trying to tell you guys is that, and CEO knows this for a fact. He hates the NFL product. He knows it's dog shit. He knows that for a fact. It is beyond dog shit. But you guys keep giving it fucking money. Me to a certain extent, yes. But that's what I'm saying. Stop watching it. Just call it out. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Call it the fuck out. That's how you make shit better.
And Master J, I get it. It's more interesting and there's less games. We agreed there that the less games is an advantage the NFL has. But the NBA right now, they're trying to combat that one way or another. Are they going to succeed in it? We don't know. The future comes. I want to point out that because this is one of the topics as well.
I want people to realize when the Knicks, even though the Knicks are kind of trash right now.
Oh, you can't say that with me, CEO.
Not with you, but wait, read your super chat.
All right, appreciate you. What was that, Lewis? Lewis. Yeah. The Bears will be for poverty.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh, were you about to say, CEO, about the Knicks?
No, we're gonna get to basketball, but listen.
Okay, go.
Listen, people have grown to accept the NFL for what it is. All right.
What's the problem?
And they still enjoy it, to a certain degree. This is, what this is kind of, this reminds me of, RJ, kind of like WWE, right? It's where, like, it's not as good as the Attitude Era. We know that, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, people still watch it. Not me, because I don't like WWE. But people still watch it because they're like, it's still entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's passable.
RJ was watching trash ass AEW.
And not a bad pay-per-view, but AEW is trash. Shout out to Lewis again. The Browns are more likely to win 2 rings than the Bears to get another ring. I don't know about that.
I don't know why he coming at the Bears today. Hold on, real quick. I just wanted to point out the innovation of the NBA right now. They're trying to change shit around, such as like the All-Star game. They're trying to change something around. I think they want to go into a more tournament style type of thing going forward in the future. And I think that would be fucking dope because the All-Star game in any sport is dead at this point. But they're trying to make it work somehow. And the other thing is, you guys we were talking about the in-season tournament and you were like, oh, that it doesn't do anything for ratings. But I just realized something. The in-season tournament, the players have, you get good games out of it because the players play hard to the final buzzer because every point matters as far as like the tournament bracket. Every point matters and it's extra money they're making some way, one how. That's something that makes the product better. We don't have that right now in the NFL. Somebody tried to argue with me saying, "Oh, well, who cares?" I said the same thing. Like the NFL has done nothing innovation wise. They're like, "Oh, but what are you talking about? They just changed the Pro Bowl to flag football." Are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck does that make anything?
Why are they innovating though? Why do you think they're innovating?
Because they have to keep up, but they're trying because their ratings. They want their ratings to get better.
Oh, exactly, because the ratings are trash.
But the NFL, all the people who watch the NFL and be like, "Oh yeah, this is great." First of all, majority are lying to themselves.
They don't. I don't think anyone thinks it's great. I haven't met anyone who.
Trust me, there's a fuck ton of people that are saying. I mean, you just had one person say, "Oh yeah, but they're profitable and their ratings are still." Who the fuck cares? Who cares? That's the point.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You said the NFL fan knows that the product is not good, but they accept it for what it is.
Correct.
If someone is doing heroin, knows it's bad, but they accept it for what it is and keep doing it, is that a good thing?
No, it's not a good thing, but it is what it is.
Oh, but that's the problem, CEO. It's not is what it is, bro. Like I like football. What I see on the field is not CEO. Not only that, I have a video about this coming out tomorrow. Yeah. Look at the field goal kickers, bro. 20 yarders are not even guarantees anymore.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know if that's really like indicative towards the product, to be honest. That's just whatever. I mean, who really cares about kickers at the end of the day?
Horrible.
Like, listen, I don't like. Yeah, that has nothing to do with the NFL. I don't know what's going on.
They got to bring more of these soccer guys or more of these Brandon Aubrey type of dudes.
Well, listen. You have to understand. It's kind of like I'm trying to pick an example for you guys so you can understand, right? It's kind of like you understood my WWE reference, right, RJ? You get it?
Yeah, but CO too, and I know you don't watch WWE,
No,
but WWE right now is trying. They're trying to get back. They'll never get back to what they were, but they're trying.
And say what you want. That bloodline stuff was dope.
Can we say this, CEO? If the NFL was trying, okay, let's let defenders hold for 10 seconds. Let's let defenses. Let's look at some pass interference. If they were trying, I would have no complaints. Okay, at least you're trying. The NBA might not be good. The NFL doesn't give a fuck. They're not trying.
No, because their ratings are great. So
but that's the problem, though. And then you have people like you saying, "Well, it's passable." No, the fuck, it's not, bro.
Eventually, more people are gonna wake up to this and stop watching. Their ratings aren't gonna stay up forever. Their ratings, some of their ratings are good because Taylor Swift goes to Chiefs games, and little girls like to fucking see Taylor Swift for some reason. Just randomly, you're gonna see her for 2 seconds on screen. That attributes to some of their ratings. That doesn't mean that the ratings
that would make sense if games that weren't Chief games also didn't see spikes in ratings.
I understand that. I'm just saying there's outliers to this thing when it comes to ratings. Ratings doesn't always mean that the product is better. It's not. Eventually their ratings will fall. They will fall eventually.
Mac,
what's up? I know the NFL ain't going nowhere, but my point is this: is that just forget the ratings. I hate talking about ratings and stuff like that because we're all football fans here. We don't watch. We're not nerds. We don't watch the numbers and the ratings and this, that, and
no.
We really don't care about
listen, we just say that as a measurement of how successful they are because that's how they view their success. So what I'm trying to say is, right, listen, what you fail to understand is the NFL not only is a product, but it's also somewhat of a cult. Okay. And what I mean by that is that each individual team has a cult-like following. Okay. I think you can agree to that, right?
Yes.
So the product, if the product is like, what sense is there, logically speaking, for you to be a Browns fan or for you to be a Jets fan? Like, there's no logic into that because you're probably never going to win. So it has aspects of like cult-like behavior, and this is why it will always maintain its success and maybe to varying degrees throughout the years, but people won't just drop it because they don't like the roughing the passer call. Like, people are not going to drop the game over something like that. They're just not.
Well, that's because the NFL's marketing has been. I'll give them one thing. The one great thing they have going on is their marketing, and they definitely went away from people. They went away from an adult man. They went away from that audience. Now their audience are they're kids. Their audience is kids. So they're going to market better towards kids. It's gonna stay up. Again,
I disagree with that. I disagree. I don't think kids. I want to bring up two following. Number one, see, you said the NFL has a cult following.
Correct.
Which is true.
When has a cult ever been good?
It's never been good, but it's just like that's part of their business model. Because let's be honest, RJ, if you're, for example, you're not a fan, right, of a specific team anymore, right?
No.
So you have no attachments to any team. So for the vast majority of people, when they're fans for life of a team, they're going to watch the game. Okay, something happened here where the ruling was bullshit, like on the Saints game or something like that. Then they're going to bitch about it, and then they're going to come back. It's always been like that. So when you're not a fan of anything, you could see it from a more objective standpoint, I assuum.
I disagree. I was a Giants fan when I was a Giants fan, I was calling the shit out last year. That the NFL
but to be honest, you have never been really a hardcore diehard fan. Since I known you, you've been a fan, but you've been more. You have never been to the degree where I would call you. I would include you in the cult like mentioning, right? So it's just I feel like you've always been more objective than the normal sports fan, if that makes sense.
But
now,
also, go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say something. No. Brandon said this. He said they're catering towards kids. I disagree. I don't think kids are into sports anymore. I look at kids now. I have an 8-year-old nephew. They watch Kai Sent, and Kai Sent and Aiden
Oh.
Ross, no disrespect to these guys, they're fucking nerds. They don't watch sports. So if the NFL's catering towards kids, they're failing at that because Kai Sent's been live for like damn near 2 weeks straight. He's drawing in more ratings than the fucking NFL.
I'm gonna interject real quick, and I'm gonna point out another thing. Kai Cenat, he or anybody like him, they stream on platforms, and you know what these platforms also have? They have video games that leads to sports like 2K, and because a lot of these guys came from playing 2K or 2K, Madden, they all are in the same spheres. When you have kids who do play that, because a lot of kids stay inside all damn day and play fucking games like 2K, Madden, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They have these games, and then that's a segue. It's like a gateway drug to the NFL. That's how they start watching these things. They start seeing it. Well, yeah, but his platform has a lot of Madden players. They're not just watching when Kai Cenat because remember these kids are on fucking tablets 16 hours a day. When Kai Cenat is gone for 8 hours at least, they're watching something else. So they're watching
guys play Madden. Sorry.
Well,
they're watching guys play fucking what's that new game? Elden Ring. Even though I fucking hate to say that, Elden Ring and fucking Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty wipes Madden and 2K.
Well, Call of Duty is always going to wipe everything. But point is, it's still some type of gateway there. So kids, I think
Brandon, suspect that gateway's not gateway's not going to help anything.
I don't know. I remember we all had an argument about this, and I really do think that gateway's there, and they do market to get. Why do you think the NFL was doing that Toy Story shit? You know what I'm talking about, where they had the play-by-play with the Toy Story, and then
no, how about the SpongeBob
or SpongeBob? Why do you think they're trying to open up that market even more? They know they have something. They're trying to open up more.
Yeah, they're actively marketing towards kids. That's the difference.
They're marketing towards with the SpongeBob. Hold on, with the SpongeBob
about fucking sports. They don't.
They're manufacturing it. They're manufacturing that character.
Hell
yeah, you can. We talk about industry plants all the time. Of course, you can manufacture anything. You can manufacture a touch.
Hold on. What? Okay, name me the biggest Madden streamer right now.
I don't watch Madden streamers, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
2K streamer.
I really don't. I don't watch 2K streamers.
My point exactly. I can only name Flight Reacts, and even Flight fucking.
But I don't know Call of Duty streamers. I'm a bad person to ask about this but you ask a kid, and they'll know. Because I'm not a kid that stays on fucking Twitch and kick all day. But you ask a kid, and they'll know.
If you listen to kids, I have an 8-year-old nephew. He doesn't watch Madden. They watch fucking. First of all, no disrespect. Well, actually, all disrespect. Kids don't watch football.
Well, that's also anecdotal. Now,
no, it's not. No one watches football when you're a kid. You don't understand the game.
Yeah, you don't understand the game doesn't mean you don't watch it. If the NFL didn't have a market towards kids, why are they trying to open up that market now?
Because they know they don't. That's why.
So they're gonna just do something that isn't. They're gonna waste money on something that's not making money. That doesn't make sense.
You know what they're doing? They're doing it international. It's never gonna work international, and they're still fucking doing it.
All right, so here's my thing. Now,
example, woman never liked football, and they're still trying to open it. Gay
Troy Dan's a good one. Jordan, I forgot about him.
So let me see. So we're gonna look at the statistics. All right,
MMG as well. I forgot about him.
All right, so let's see what the statistics say. In 2021, the average age of NFL viewers this is on TV though. On TV was 57 years old. In 2023, the median age of NFL viewers on Sunday was 55 years old, while the median age of Prime Video's NFL audience was 48 years old. In April of 2023, 35% of people between 18 to 34 years old were avid NFL fans, while 41% were 35 to 44. 64% of NFL fans are aged between 25 to 39, and 70% have a household income of over 100,000. So clearly not children.
Well, I also think that I don't know how many, if there's a metric of how many fucking NFL fans are out there, but majority, for example, we're on YouTube, right? Majority of the people that you see on these NFL YouTube things, look at your chat, they're in their 20s. They're in there, or a little, maybe even a little younger. I remember watching Fisk. I started watching Fisk Vegas, for example, and I know he's not. He's just one fucking dude with 20 or 18, whatever fucking amount of subscribers he has. But he's It's these little ass channels that accumulate these 18-year-olds, these 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, because I've seen a lot of them. We all fucking were around that age watching these guys too. Well, I don't know about you. See, I don't know how old you are, but the point is, they're trying to attack the market of like YouTube, for example. I don't know if you can look up the average age of YouTube viewers. They're very young. That's why they want to actively go into different markets. They want to go into these streaming markets. No fucking kid actually watches TV or cable or any of these things. So obviously, no shit, the average age is gonna be like 50 something. And I don't even think 50 something year olds really watch the NFL. They probably put it on for background noise while they fucking take a nap on their lazy boy. So I think.
And I'm gonna keep. Oh, let me read the super chat.
Yeah, but
y'all not mentioning the betting apps and has a huge contributing to the NFL success. Sure, yeah, that is a fact. Yes.
So, I mean that would make sense, but for example, streaming services in 2022, 58% of sports fans ages 18 to 34 use at least. Okay, I mean they are younger, but they're still adults.
Well, like I said, there's so many people that the average is gonna go up. I mean, it's going to be around that. If you see it in that sweet spot of 20 something, you know your audience is, a lot of your audience is really young, because it's the average at the end of the day. And that's really what it comes down to. If there's a market to exploit, the NFL is going to exploit it. That's why they're doing that SpongeBob shit, or they're using a pop star like Taylor Swift.
What I feel like it's more of, we have an aging audience and we need to find better ways in order to convert children into NFL fans. So
it's kind of like Disney. It's kind of like Disney.
Right.
Their audience grew up, and now they're kind of falling off. But the NFL's not falling off. There's a difference as far as ratings. So that's why I'm like,
no, because it's easy because the NFL has so much money and so much power that it's easy. They can go to Nickelodeon. They can easily go to someone like Kai or iShowSpeed if they wanted to, and buy them out and have them just purely promote their fucking product.
Here's my question. If it's not kids, what adults are subjecting themselves to this product on a weekly basis? Because you watch a little bit of football here and there. I mean, I don't know how busy you are, but you watch the game. Obviously you do the podcast for RJ, blah blah blah. I don't know how much of a difference it is if you weren't doing the podcast, but majority of football fans that I know, they really just watch their team, and they'll watch like an occasional Monday or Thursday, whatever.
Yeah, that's
if it's on.
Correct.
But who really is die hard subjecting themselves to? I want to know. I know there's a lot. I want to know who exactly, what age group, whatever it is, that's subjecting themselves to this bullshit that's making the NFL think, oh, well, we're doing great.
You have people, I've seen them all over the place, who are like 60 years old, right?
Okay.
Who have been way around here way longer than we have, right? And they're still talking about the sport. They're still watching the sport. Some make content on the sport. So I'm like, you still have people that have watched football even before we have, and saw the game at its more primal state, and they still are around, and they still cover it, and they still talk about it. So I feel like the NFL feels empowered by the fact that not to say that no matter what they do, but I feel like that they have enough of a strong base to whereas they could do these kind of things, or they could not be as innovative because they're assured, because their audience is captive in a sense.
Listen, I think all empires fall eventually. I mean, you're right. The NFL probably thinks their shit doesn't stink, but all empires fall eventually. And this is sure, their ratings are fine now, and I don't really want to talk about ratings, but ratings and product, they're on two different fucking poles right now. Mm-hmm. And eventually the ratings have to come down, and the NFL is going to start making changes. At least I can appreciate that the NBA is trying to do it. The NBA, I mean, maybe it's true. I don't know who said it earlier, but because the NFL is a contact sport, that's probably part of it as well. It's contact for now, I guess. Eventually it'll be two-hand touch if it's not going to be flag. But the point is, I can appreciate that the NBA is trying to change shit around, or the MLB did the MLB had to change one thing, and that was adding the pitch clock, and now the product is so much better.
Yeah, I agree.
So that one change.
I also want to add this too. I hate talking about ratings because it brings us to it just ignores the fact that, okay, fine, the ratings are good. There's still a chance of the fact that the product's still dog shit when I watch it. It's just a fact. And also, I don't trust these ratings. These are the same ratings that said, 50% or 48% of it is women. Let's see, you can agree on me with this.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you don't give a fuck what the NFL or the statistics say. You can look around and be like, women are not watching this fucking product.
Listen, it's just, I do agree with you on that, because it says, like, the general consensus, it says here that in the U.S. about 46% of NFL fans are women and girls.
Come on, CO.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I think that number, realistically, the number is more like 10%, maybe less, but which is 10% is still a lot. Don't get me wrong.
And this goes back to your point too, Brandon. You see how they're catering to women now, and they still don't give a fuck. Now, granted, are there still going to be kids that play football, watch football? Yes, sure, but there's no passion. This doesn't go beyond football. This goes to sports. I don't think there's passion in kids for sports. Kids rather sit at home and play fucking Call of Duty and fucking GTA than fucking go out and toss a football or baseball or basketball.
Well, I always think the only thing that keeps it alive with kids is video games, and I think that's a very big market that that's not like, what do you call it? It's not realized how big video games play into this. Yeah, sure. There's more games. There's more kids playing, Call of Duty than there are Madden. Obviously, it's not close, but the amount of kids that still do play Madden or 2K is staggering. It's a lot, and I think that's a market that they do exploit, and they exploit well. Clearly for their, with their ratings, of course. But the point is, this product is shit. All right, this product. Listen, to take the nosedive that it has in the last 10 years, just using the last 10 years, is damning. Okay, again, you don't have to think that it's as bad as I'm making it out to be, or RJ's making it out to be. Well, we can agree that it's worse than it was before.
Yeah,
and that's how it starts. That's the main point right there. It starts with, oh shit, now this sucks. What's next? Little by little, it gets worse. Maybe it's not bad. It's not bad to the point for you yet, CEO, but it's trending that way. I mean, eventually, do you think you're gonna be defending the NFL the way you are now in 5 years?
Hell, CEO, you even said on this podcast, bro, I used to love, even if the Ravens weren't playing, you love Thursday and Monday night. Now, Brandon, you are older, so there's more responsibilities. But you even said if it's on, you'll probably just have it on and do something fucking else.
I mean, I'm an adult now. I'm not a kid, right?
But
so that does change.
Like, adults loved football, bro.
No, I mean, it's like when I was a kid. Yeah, I watched Monday and Thursday and Monday night. So I was a kid. I had no responsibilities. Now, listen, do I miss the old days? Yes, but it's just, let's be honest. Are we ever going to stop covering the sport? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, yeah, I agree. Yes,
I don't see in the chat. Let's be honest. Apart from you two, do you think the chat has similar feelings? Let's be honest. Like the vast majority of the chat.
I don't think they realize their feelings yet. I don't think they realize it yet.
There's a reason why you call them peasants. Okay, hold on, Seal. This is the same. Seal. This is the same chat that called us crazy about Mac Jones, the Texans. Who else? Who else did they call us crazy? The Eagles, the Cowboys. When we said these teams are not good, this, that, and the third, they called us fucking crazy. Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, same people.
I mean, yeah, they're not the brightest. I'll say that. But neither is the average NFL fan. How about that?
That's also fair.
That's the point. They're fucking dumb. I don't even think it's not even about the brightest. I think, like you said, was true, CEO, is that, listen, they just got used to it. It's like a fucking crack addict. They get used. They know crack's bad for them. They just can't stop watching or can't stop doing it. But that doesn't make what they do good.
It's at a point where the passion that the product once had, there was a level of passion that the official, not the officials of the NFL or the players or whoever the hell, they had a passion in the game that also brought it out into the fans. It's missing that shit now.
Mac Ultra says something. Yeah, I gotta understand. There's so much entertainment around nowadays. Social media, streaming, video games is not the night. Yeah, that's a fact. Mac Ultra's made. There's so much other things out there than the NFL. And even I remember this was like so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mac, I think Mac is older. I think he's like 28, 30, 29, somewhere around there. He said even if the Patriots weren't playing, he loved Monday Night Football. He fucking hates Monday Night Football now because it's not entertaining. Who's playing this Monday? Well, I mean the Ravens and Chargers is a good one. What was this last week, CEO? The Texans and Cowboys? Who the fuck wants to see that?
And also, when you have to go on fucking 20 million different fucking streaming apps, it doesn't make it any fucking easier. It's harder to digest. It's money-wise, it's squeezing more money out of the consumer, sure, but it's harder to digest the NFL product when you have to go to Peacock for one game. You got to go to fucking
Agreed. I would agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Only if Stream East didn't exist.
That's the problem. Oh, stream. Listen, I use Stream East like
use that shit.
You're right. I use Stream East like a motherfucker, but I hate Stream East streams. Like there's a reason.
So crappy.
I know there's a reason, for example, why UFC. Nobody buys a fucking pay-per-view, but I buy like 2 or 3 pay-per-views a year, maybe, because I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a good pay-per-view. I want to have this in the best quality, quality that I can get it. Stream East or whatever is usually my go-to. But sometimes it's worth, for me at least, sometimes it's worth buying the pay-per-view. Sometimes, or if they had like a Peacock, how like. For example, if you have a WWE pay-per-view, you can watch it on Peacock now. If the UFC had it some type of way like that, I think the UFC would explode in popularity too, because it's easier. It's a lot easier to digest. And that's the point. Because it's only on one stream. But you have Prime has Thursday Night Football. Peacock has like fucking Saturday football and sometimes Monday and then Friday. And then you have YouTube TV, who owns most of the football product. Then you have cable. There's just too many fucking outlets that all cost too much money that is just making the product worse by association. So I think there's so many problems with the NFL right now, and maybe most of them are little problems, but we all say the little things add up, and clearly it's adding up at this point.
The big problem is the product is fucking unwatchable.
That's the main problem, yes. But some people it's not. So some people it's not unwatchable. Like there are games.
I'll say this: is there a couple of games where they're like the Bears-Packers game was probably the best game, in my opinion, last week. I can think back, the next game before that is 4 weeks prior to that, the Bills and fucking Dolphins. It's just horrible. The NFL is catering to casuals now. I don't think the NFL, I don't even know if the NFL is catering to casuals, because they always have to cater to casuals because there's more casuals.
You have to cater to casuals.
They are catering to casuals.
Video games, also the same thing.
I think the NFL, and also this is something else, masculinity has been so outlawed that maybe some of it's not the NFL's fault. Maybe if they try to go back to even 2000s football, you have all these feminists who don't watch football be like, this is too toxic masculine, all this other bullshit. So maybe, I'll take 15% of my foot off the NFL's neck. I'll give them that.
I am so happy you brought up masculinity and femininity, because I just had to use this for 2 seconds. If you see it.
Oh.
Well, yeah. This is no. Brandon might be doing this for a joke. Whoopi Goldberg, who's never watched a football game in her fucking life, will sit here and shout in the NFL. I saw a highlight of Patrick Mahomes getting tackled, and that is the problem with America. Men getting tackled. And people might think I'm joking about that. But no,
it's so barbaric, It's so barbaric. It shows toxic masculinity. Some shit like that.
Listen, apart from, do I think the NFL care? Do I think people care about toxic masculinity? No. The NFL cares about lawsuits. That's why it does these things. Not because of toxic masculinity.
Wait, you're asking 2 questions. Are you think people or the NFL?
The NFL. I don't think the NFL cares.
Matt Cole just said the concussion movie messed up the NFL. I don't think the average NFL viewer really gives a fuck about concussions or injuries that much. So I don't know if a movie is gonna make that. Maybe for people who fund the sport, but for viewers to viewers, I don't think it matters that so much. Maybe for Tua, that's pretty much it.
I'll say this. I think the NFL can avoid a lot of lawsuits if they actually took care of their players. The same shit I give to Dana White, I'll give the same shit to the NFL. Even if you don't want to fucking pay them all, well, you are paying them these mad monies. Pay for their health insurance. I say this. If you play in the average NFL fan, the average NFL player is 5 years. Say a player plays for 8 years, they should get guaranteed health insurance.
I know, like, I know Julian Edelman, out of all players, was just fighting about that. I think he has a active lawsuit when it comes to health insurance. I think I do agree with you because I know you guys say how much I defend Dana White, but that was one thing that, and we'll get to that later because I know that's the topic. But that's one thing there that I 100% agree. Health insurance, if you take care of them health insurance wise, and maybe depending on the incentives, a pension as well, a lot of these things won't matter. But corporate greed, first off, corporate greed has ruined a lot of things in the country itself. And you can see that with the NFL. Corporate greed is a very, very big problem. But it doesn't help towards, it just doesn't help. That's the point.
Yeah. But overall, what was I about to say? But overall, we know this product is dog shit. And CEO's going to see it one day. He's going to be like, damn, RJ and Brandon were right. You know what I'm saying? You guys will see it one day. You know what I'm saying? And listen, look, me and Brandon like football. There's no question about it.
I love the game of football.
Yeah.
I have a lot of personal griefs with it, but I love the game of football.
Before we move on to the NBA and stuff, I want to say something. I don't think the NFL cares about that. I think people do care. I think we can all agree on this. Little children, specifically boys, are getting so emasculized that if they saw a football game back in 2000, they would be disgusted.
Correct.
Or captivated. They'll look at that shit like, oh my god, they'll think the shit's awesome. One or two.
So
listen, the point is the NFL product is just it's taking a nosedive. Giants aside, it's taking a nosedive. Yeah, the Giants suck, but guess what? There's been fucking fans for years of the Jets and the Browns who still will watch football every Sunday. And I watched fucking Orleans Darkwa be the best player in 2017 for the Giants and still watch faithfully. Like it's bigger than just one team. I could watch so many other different teams that if the product is good, I'd still enjoy it. But I don't know one team that can overcome a shit product.
I think people, apart from, I think they agree slightly with what you're saying, but also when you guys say this thing and in the same breath say something like, well, the NBA is so good right now, right? I think most people are like, nah, that's bullshit.
I said they're trying.
No one said, yeah. I was gonna say that too. No one said that they're so good.
That's how they're interpreting it.
Well, that's because people are retarded and they don't know how to,
we don't bring up the NBA. You guys you say, well, compared to these other leagues, we don't say no. We're talking about the product itself. We don't bring up these other shit.
And we're at a thing that's like, I don't like pancakes. Well, or then you must like waffles. Like that's the type of shit. Like just because I don't like the NFL doesn't mean that I like the the NBA is perfect. It's not. It's far from perfect.
You see my videos. I shit on the NBA just as much, but I can say this. All right, so I'll put it to you like this. Say like you see somebody, two kids are failing in a class, right? One of the kids shows up, he wants to goof off and just be a fucking asshole. The other kid, he's failing, but you know what? He tries to pay attention, he asks them questions. They're both failing, but at least one kid's trying to pass the class. The other one's just being a faggot. That's the NFL and the NBA.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're admitting, at least the NBA in a sense, they're not actively saying, oh, we suck, but they're admitting their faults here and there. They're trying to make, because the one thing I do appreciate for the NBA, they're trying to make defense a little better. I noticed the last couple of years now, defense has been a little stronger than it was. Like, for example, watching Trae Young, that's a perfect example for me. Watching Trae Young, beat the Knicks in the way that he did, it was disgusting because of the he does these Embiid flops, but at least he's a guard. Embiid's a bitch. But when I look at it like that, they're trying to avoid that. Now, do they let that shit go still? Yes. But they're trying to penalize that. They're trying to, not call these flops as much. They tried to call techs on flops. They're trying to admit their faults and fix their problems. Is it working? No. But they're trying to do something about it. Eventually they're going to keep digging and strike gold. I believe they're going to keep digging and strike gold, and it's going to make the product so much better. It's kind of like with the MLB once again. The NBA is going to find their version of their pitch clock. That's what they're going to eventually. Or at least I would hope. And the NFL, they're just going to keep thinking, oh yeah, we're kings. We're kings. All that hubris one day is going to make them crash. Do I think the NBA is ever going to dethrone them? No, but it's up for grabs at one day. We'll see.
I mean, see, you're a guy of history, everyone that's at the top will eventually come down to the bottom. And maybe not be our lifetimes. Maybe it'll be before. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, listen, Rome, fucking look what happened in Rome. All right. NFL is the Roman Empire. Eventually, they're going to fall too.
Rome took hundreds of years or thousands of years for it to fall. So,
well, eventually they fell. That's the point. What do you guys, just a segue for you guys, what do you guys think about the new rules for the NBA?
Can you, I don't think CEO knows them.
Nope.
Okay, so from what I don't know 100, I don't know it word for word, but one thing is that the All-Star game, they're trying to make changes, whether that's making a tournament style or they're trying to make because I know they want to make they want to make some type of tournament style. They want to do, I think it was 4 games or some shit like that. I got to look it up exactly, but for the hold on, I don't know why I'm just trying to, let me see, NBA All-Star games. I should have had this ready, actually, to be honest.
Very unprofessional.
Well, I was waiting for you guys for so long, and it was just... All right. Hold on. Give me
you waiting for us, and you still couldn't...
Okay. They're trying to do this. The NBA All-Star game will have a tournament-style format with 4 teams. 3 All-Star teams each with 8 players. And the winner of the Rising Star Challenge will also, enter that tournament, right? The teams will face each other in the semifinal games played up to 40 points. The winner of the semifinals will advance to the final game, which we played up to 25 points.
Okay.
So that goes into effect next year, I believe. I think this year they're going to do exactly what they did last year, and then 2025. Oh, no, wait. I'm bugging. What the fuck am I talking about? 2025 is the All-Star. That's February, isn't it? So, yeah. So this next All-Star break, they're going to do this new tournament style. 3 All-Star teams plus the Rising Stars. So you get to see new life, be featured, in a bigger stage. And I guess I don't know what exactly they're gaining here. They don't show a reward or anything. You would think it's money. I think it is money. But there's a tournament style, 8 players per game, and there's not a time limit like quarters or anything like this. There's a score limit, and it's not like 125. How they do a target score for it's shorter games, which is dope. I think.
Sounds lame.
So, once again,
would you rather watch that or watch fucking flag football for the Pro Bowl?
I'd rather they get rid of both. I ain't gonna lie.
No, but that's not gonna happen.
CEO, I will say this: I'm willing to give it a try. I mean, it's better. It sounds better than what we're getting now for the All-Star. And also, CEO, we thought the playing tournament was gonna be trash. So I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gonna be a success. No, not. But I'm just saying, hey, listen, the NBA found something with the playing tournament. Let's give them something. Let's give them a chance to make this work.
And then you got the playing tournament. The
if it has tournament, what's the incentive?
Yes.
Well, they just announced this like a week ago, so I'm pretty sure they're still figuring that out.
If it has no good incentive, it's going to be trash.
Well, what do you think is a good incentive? Money for them, or something that rewards the fans? What's the incentive? What would you like to see as an incentive?
If you don't ball out, we're taking half of your paycheck.
I don't know if that's gonna happen, but they're probably listen. I don't think the NBA is scared of giving their players more money because they did it they're doing it with the in-season tournament. Now it's not a lot of money, but they're doing it, making players play harder. All right, they're rewarding them with money.
But Brandon, you said not a lot of money, but yet. Yeah.
Once it starts bringing more ratings, they're gonna shell out more money. So, I think a tournament style of anything in the All-Star game was a step in the right direction. People have been saying forever they want like a 1v1 tourney or a 3v3 tourney or some shit. They've been wanting something. So the NBA is listening to their fan base, but also putting their own spin on it, which is, I don't know. I like it. I think that's a really good thing to do. CEO's an NFL dick rider, so he's not going to care anyway. He's going to
No. Brandon's an NBA dick rider, and it's all
no. I can appreciate an organization who's trying to make the product better.
I don't care about if they're trying. I want to see results.
So, but you can't see results without giving it a chance. No,
Brandon. Anything that has to do with the All-Star game is going to be trash. Stop bringing that shit up. I'm just keeping that shit a buck.
And
anything that has to do with the Pro Bowl or the All-Star game is trash. They need to get rid of that
that's the
shit.
problem right there. You're just automatically writing out as trash. Why don't you watch it? Just watch it. Just watch it out of curiosity.
It has no meaning. Like we saw the reason they're doing this because we saw how garbage the All-Star game was before. So I get it. They're trying to train because it wasn't even passable what they were passing off to us in previous years. It was so bad. Like it was laughably bad. Like people stopped quit. Like they literally stopped playing at half court. It was horrible. So this is why they're doing that. In my opinion, the All-Star game provides, unless they're willing, and it can't be shit prizes. It has to be something legit. I just don't see them doing that. If they want to do the structure, yet I haven't seen any announcement or anything about fucking incentives, then it's gonna be trash.
Listen, ain't no prize bigger than money, and money is definitely, like I said, the NBA.
CEO,
the NBA
can I ask you a question? So say like the in-season tournament, right, CEO?
Mm-hmm.
Say like that makes players play more say the in-season tournament makes load management die. Now players play. Do you think that's a positive?
Yeah. Load management.
Okay, so you're saying the All-Star game doesn't affect the actual, because let's be real, the All-Star game is just whatever. You're saying go ahead.
I'm just saying get rid of it, bro. That's it.
And shout out to Mac Ultra. NBA lacks star power. I agree. I mean, besides Ant, besides Ant, there's really no one with charisma, but is what it is there. But I can understand where CEO's coming from, where it's like, it is the All-Star game. Like, it doesn't affect CEO's Celtics. Like, say, like, hypothetically, Jason Tatum like to load manage a lot, but now the in-season tournament, they're saying, Jason Tatum, you can win this amount of money if you play a lot. Jason Tatum's going to play a lot, which means he's not going to load manage a lot, which means CEO, his team's going to have a better chance to win since they have their best player out there. Now I see where CEO's coming from.
Yeah.
I don't think load management fucking sucks because we got players like Embiid and Kawhi and shit like that. But I don't think load management has been as bad as some people make it out to be, because I don't see it as prevalent as some people think. It's really just a select few players that fuck it up. I think the youngest player in the NBA that actually load manages is Tyrese Halliburton, because the younger people, they don't really load management as much. They don't really load manage as much.
It just happens to be that the most successful athletes are the ones that load manage.
Yeah, I was about to say, Brent, it's the ones who we want to see. That's the problem.
I mean, I don't know. Do you really want to see Kawhi and Embiid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Kawhi's at a point. I mean, that's just me, I guess. But
no, I'm just saying it's more for the fans who actually pay for the fucking tickets. Like,
listen, the point is the NBA is willing to change things, and they're willing to change it in the regular season. They changed it in the regular season, the playoffs, and now the All-Star. They did it in 3 different ways already. They did it with the playoff, the play-in tournament, which is for the playoffs, obviously.
Yeah.
They did it for the in-season tournament, which is the regular season. Now they're doing it for all. They're trying it on 3 different levels. They're trying their best, and it's up to people to, if they want to give it a chance. And so far, the play-in tournament is the most. I mean, not the play-in. The play-in tournament is the most successful part. So I think that's really a good sign, especially if you like the NBA.
In-season tournament. Well,
the play-in tournament. I said the play-in tournament. Sorry.
No, I'm talking about the in-season tournament. The in-season tournament. It's only it's in his sophomore year. Give it some time. Just give it some time.
And like I said, the best part about the in-season tournament is that players have no choice but to play. They have to play because they need to they have to score points for the point differential to make a difference in their rankings. That's why it's like, okay, I watched the Hornets, for example. Nobody really cares about the Hornets, but LaMelo, for example, is every time I saw him in an in-season tournament, he plays the last second because they need to make more points. So that's something. It's a young star who is very popular amongst kids. That I say kids because they swear that's the actual Melo, and it's something positive in the light. They're not. He's not load managing just to load man. He's actually trying. That's one player though. Sorry, I've got a little distracted. Point is, the NBA has made a lot of changes over the last couple years compared to the NFL, of course. And NFL products still trash.
Brent, are you playing the game right now while we're streaming? That's very unprofessional.
Listen. Didn't you say yourself 2K is a priority?
Oh, now you want to make Brent, CEO, can I tell you something about this fag?
Yeah.
So we'll be in the middle of a game, hardcore game. He wants to ask his wife, what is she doing? He wants to focus on anything besides the fucking game. Or hell, he cares about Monday Night Football. The same guy who wants to share on the product will care about Monday Night Football.
Hold on. It was Thursday night.
He wants to make it a priority.
It was Thursday Night Football, and I was just curious because I do get curious. I wanted to see who was winning. Was it or was it?
Why? Who cares?
Well, I mean, I get curious. Like earlier, I watched the Bucks game for a quarter and a half. Once the first drive happened, and I saw that Brian Dable called a QB draw at 3rd and long, I knew the game was over. So I really watched only a quarter and a half, and I was still curious after the game. I'm like, oh shit, how much did the Bucks win by? You know, I still looked it up. Curiosity peaks at the end of the day.
In the middle of the game?
Right, yeah, sometimes listen, RJ gets mad at me for cooking, making sure my fucking wife who pays the bills currently is fed, okay? I gotta do my part and make sure she's eating, and that's called love, and RJ can eat a dick. That's a priority.
You're just a fag. Master Jason, I know this is TMI and irrelevant, but I broke up with my girl because she was way too obsessed with Tatum.
Excuse me.
I don't. First of all, I don't believe that you ever had a girl, Master J. Number 2, what?
Yeah, I doubt that.
There's too many inconsistencies with that. She's obsessed with Tatum, which is okay. That's kind of random. And then you had a girl. Let's just say you did have a girl. You broke up her for being too obsessed with Tatum. I guess because it's another man. I mean, whatever. I don't know if it's that deep.
I think every girl's obsessed with one celebrity or athlete.
Fucking when Dante DiVincenzo got traded, Gabby cried. Okay.
Yeah.
It was what it was.
In other words, she's a Tatum fan. Okay, you broke up with your girl because she liked the basketball player?
Now you can break up with her for liking the Celtics. I understand that. But.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But. No.
I mean,
that's why you're a bitch, Master J.
Also, what does BTA mean?
Belt to ass.
Okay, are we just making acronyms for anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, these.
Oh, I just learned that kids say skibbity like what? 2 days ago. Like,
what does that mean?
Like they said, it's like it means bad. So it's like, oh, I ain't no skibbity.
I don't know, but that's like kids. That's like fucking 10-year-olds.
No, that's like a 19-year-old.
What does NWA mean, guys?
I think the only 19-year-olds that say shit like that is people who are just trying to be funny, like ironic or whatever. Like, oh yeah, this is a meme, whatever. NWA, New World Order. No, wait, that's NWO. My dumbass. Oh my god, New World Alliance. I don't know what his fucking.
Yo, do you know what NWA means? No, we ain't.
Niggas with attitude.
Pro Mouse Scott said no, we ain't.
No, we ain't. No,
why can't you just fucking say no, we ain't?
Yeah, like the fuck?
Niggas with attitude.
That's what I thought.
Social media, people like Kai Cenat and fucking Speed and you know, all these fucking iPhones, they're all rotting everybody's fucking brain. Everybody's a retard now.
I mean, I don't watch those people, so thank God.
Well, I mean, some people don't. Like me personally, like I don't watch any of those dudes. I see like a clip on social media every now and again. But I look at the comments and then everybody types like a fucking retard. It's just like, damn. It's kind of sad.
That's where, I mean, bro, Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, iSpeed, that's the new television now.
It's not even entertaining.
It's not. It's really not.
Like, I'm not gonna.
Well, tell me. It's not entertaining to us. They're not target. That's not the target audience. It's
bullshit. How many majority of the people like? Yeah, the majority watching is kids, but there are people your age that watch you watch Flight, for example.
Yeah, Flight okay. Well, time out. Why do I watch Flight? Why? Well,
I don't know. We never talked about that.
Because I grew up watching him.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding,
okay.
When I was a kid.
But Flight is in those same circles.
He's not as bad. He's not as bad.
Yeah, but he's in those same circles, those same platforms. That
Brandon, my point is, people who watch these guys grew up watching them.
I think people who watch Flight probably not majority, but a lot, maybe like half of them watch fucking Kai Cenat and Speed as well, and Aiden Ross.
Okay, but they were probably kids.
Maybe. I think a lot of 20-year-olds. I mean, RJ, you're still young. You're 24. I'm 21. You know, around people around our age. First off, they're still fucking kids. We're still kids in a sense as well. In a sense.
No, we're not.
Well, I'm a kid.
When I say kid, I'm talking about 15 and below.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like majority of the fucking people you see on social media is either is anywhere between anywhere.
Bro,
you don't think so?
We work. We have other shit to do. Kids. Let's be for real. Kids are fucking. They have tablets in school. They're watching Kai Cenat on those fucking tablets.
Okay, I'm 20. I'm 21, for example, right?
Brandon, you don't count because you.
Hold on. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Okay? Well, I have my own apartment, but like for that reason, right there, I'm blessed enough to have my own apartment, and you know I've worked for a lot of shit, whatever. But there are people my age, for example, who live with their parents and do nothing. They're just as bad as the 15-year-old who watches Kai or any of these guys. It's the same shit.
That's not the majority, though.
You'd be surprised.
I don't think that's the majority.
The majority of their audience is kids. Let's just be honest.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
I think a lot of them fall. Well, I did say not the majority. I said maybe like half, maybe less than half. But
no, I think the majority of kids. Bro, I think who's gonna find Speed shoving controls up his ass funny than kids? You think a 21 was? Yeah, I want to watch this fucking guy. Fucking.
You're giving too much stock to 21-year-olds who, you know, you're giving too much stock to them.
I was never that retarded at 21, bro.
Okay, that's anecdotal. At the end of the day, you're giving too much stock to 21-year-olds. I know fucking people around my age still, you know, who just graduated high school that are retarded.
Yeah, just graduated high school, 18, 19.
I'm 20. Exactly, I'm 21. There's not much of a difference there.
But they grew up watching these guys. That's the point.
I mean,
do you think a 24-year-old's going to sit there and watch Kai Cenat fucking be gay? Do you think a 24-year-old's going to sit there and watch Kai Cenat put on fucking clown makeup?
I think there's a lot of them, yes.
Well, you really think that there's like this 24-year-old that never watched Kai or any of these people and just watched them and started liking it?
Are you talking to me or RJ?
No, you.
You said that they never watched and started like, yeah, I think so, for sure.
Come on, ain't no fuck. No. Here's the thing, Brandon. It's just the logic behind that, right? It's just like me watching another grown man just sit there and burp and talk about Fortnite or talk about Cardi B's ass.
Listen, you're like I said, you're giving too much stock to these 21-year-olds, thinking that they're smarter than they're not.
Like maybe I'd watch like Joe Rogan's podcast, but not fucking Kai.
Yeah,
well, dude, people around from let's see, how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. All right, we'll go. Well, for people from 21 to 27, they're not as fucking mature as you think. They're not as mature as you think.
No, we're not saying mature. We're just saying when
maturity has something to do with it when you're watching people like Kai or Speed.
No, that's our point. Kids watch that shit. They actually have the time to watch them. When you're 21, you're in college, partying, or just studying, or you're fucking working. Kids, let's be for real. What are they fucking doing in school?
21 to 27, a lot of those people are at home, are when they're not in college or work or whatever, they spend all day every day in home. When they're not working or in college, they're homebodies.
Full-time job, and when you're out partying, you have a social life, you're not really
what fucking people don't even fucking party anymore. They stay home. That's home bullshit. And fucking watch.
That's bullshit.
Maybe you go out to party.
Stop it.
Maybe you go out to party, but everybody's a fucking introvert. Everybody's an introvert nowadays. That's what social media is to people. Social media made everybody. Of course they are.
Hold on. If you want to say that, if you're talking about the 21, 24-year-olds, 27-year-olds now, no. But this upcoming class, maybe. But this upcoming class, goes back to our point, watches Kai Cenat in them. So
the point is, listen, all these people are introverts nowadays. They are. You look at the people don't fucking party as much as they do in college. Where do you see that?
Not like the 90s. No,
well, of course not. It dies over time, and that's normal. But
you say college, but college is full of 21 to 24-year-olds.
Exactly. A lot of them stay in their fucking.
They're not watching Kai Cenat. They're partying.
Bullshit.
Brandon, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're fucking dumb. I'm
All
sorry.
right, well, I mean, if you think I'm dumb, then it's fine.
Have you seen the age? The age, like the average age of Kai Cenat is like 14 years old.
It's fucking my age group. So the ones we were talking about in college, the ones in college we were talking, they're my age group.
Oh yeah. Oh, bro, what are you doing tonight, bro? I'm going home watch Kai Cenat. Fuck out of here, bro.
They're not gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch Kai Cenat," but they're gonna stay home. Yes. They're introverts. They're introverted. That's bullshit. Nobody goes out to party anymore like they did in the past.
Are you dumb?
They don't do that shit like they did in the past.
Dumb. Yes, they're going out. Maybe you don't.
Listen, I find it rich. Anybody who disagrees with RJ is dumb. Like,
no. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about,
dude. Okay, I
find it hard to believe. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe you guys hang out with older people. I mean, I know I hang out with older people.
No, I hate, bro. All my friends go out and party, and their friends go out and party. Now, granted, yeah, they watch Kai Cenat and stuff, but they grew up watching them. They were watching them in fucking high school.
High school was just a couple years ago for them.
But that's the point, or fucking middle school, whatever. Well,
you're trying to. There's not much of a gap, between because you're trying to say like, oh, there's a different set of 24-year-olds that there was. There's not much of a gap. Kai's only been streaming for a few years.
The majority of people who watch Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, let's be for our under the age of 15.
No, we did say that, but I said a lot of his viewers are definitely in our age group too. A lot of them.
What's the percentage?
20-something, 25.
Nigga, that's not a lot, you fucking bitch.
That's a lot. That is a lot. What are you talking about? I'm trying to.
Brennan.
First off, that's
5 million. That's not a lot. Sorry.
First off. I'm saying 25% because I'm trying to be modest. I'm trying to keep it. It's more like 30 to me, but 30 is a lot. That's a lot.
Bullshit.
That's not a lot.
Thank you.
Wait. My thing is,
what's 30% of 5 million? Fucking
okay.
That's Hold one. On. That's like one. That's 1.5 million.
Because I love this shit on Brandon. Because
that's 1.5 million.
Kai Cenat has 170K watching his stream right now.
Well, you said 5 million. I don't know where you got 5 million from, but
no, I was just being that. But 30% of that. That's a lot.
Well, then if that's the case, let me see. What's 30% of 170K?
You see, you do the math on that. You're the smart guy here.
Wait, what did you say?
So Kai Cenat right now.
That's 51. That's 51,000 people out of 170. That is a lot. Yes.
No, fuck out of here, bro.
I mean, we're gonna pretend like 51 fucking thousand people in one stream isn't a lot.
No, it's not. They dropped that. He's still averaging over 100K.
I don't know. Your view on numbers is skewed. I mean, do you know the value of a fucking dollar at this point?
You don't know what the fuck you're talking
51 fucking thousand people out of 170 is a lot of fucking people. I don't know where you're trying to act like it's not. That's a lot of fucking people.
And the majority,
and you got dudes like.
By the way, also that's not 30%. We're going off of your numbers. It's probably like 15%.
Well, I looked it up. Oh, I believe. Well, you asked. Hold on. You asked what I think the percentage was. I'm just saying what I think.
You know what? That's on me for asking a dumbass a question. That's my.
Well, I don't. Then what does that make you then?
What's your percentage?
Why don't we just look this up? How many fucking?
Look up
what age group?
Yeah. No, I already looked.
Well, I'm not gonna go by average age group because obviously that's gonna be young. That's all of it. I want to see like the splits or whatever it is.
No, there isn't enough. There isn't enough data.
For you know what I'm talking about, right? I'd rather see the splits because that makes more sense. If you do the average, obviously, like there's a fuck ton of 5-year-olds that watch them. It's gonna average it out as well. But if they're split, go ahead. Sorry.
No. His he doesn't have that information public, probably because he doesn't want people knowing this kid's.
Like, for example, I was going to make an example. I don't want to use that example because that's not a good example.
Hold on, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Why do you think Twitch doesn't allow cursing and stuff like that? If it's 21, if there's a lot of 21 to 25-year-olds, don't you think they'll allow cursing and shit like that? They age restrict the shit out of fucking Twitch.
I mean, they age restrict the shit out of YouTube. And YouTube, has a lot of kids.
Because let's be for real, a lot of kids are on fucking YouTube.
But there's a lot of kids on YouTube. But there's a lot of fucking. I mean, YouTube is not fair. That's a big number. But YouTube, there's a lot of fucking people our age too. That's the point. Do you think, for example, you think the overall audience? Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll give you an example. Kick doesn't age restrict anything because number one, Kick is not as big a Switch. Granted, but at the same time, there's no reason to do it because not a lot of fucking kids are on it.
I'm sorry, what was the point?
The point of the matter is Twitch knows that majority of people who watch Twitch, let's be for real, are a bunch of fucking teenagers and a bunch of young kids.
Yeah.
And that's where the majority of their fan base is.
I was trying to make a point here. YouTube, for example. Do you think there are more young kids or people our age on YouTube?
Probably a combination of both.
Well, what's the majority?
Majority probably young kids.
Wait, of what? On what?
Of like teenagers versus our age. How about that? Teenagers versus our age. There's more teenagers than our age.
On YouTube?
Yes.
I mean, that's YouTube's a horrible example because
I'm using well, we brought up
you're just getting shit on right now, all right?
Well, everybody, if you're gonna just interrupt and act like like actually let me make my point because you're just
there's a lot of fucking grandmas that go on YouTube for fucking cake recipes.
I get that, but we were talking about like the numbers of platforms, right? So YouTube, for example, has a lot more kids than people our age. If we're just talking those numbers, right?
Actually, I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. You just agreed.
No, because YouTube. Because YouTube has YouTube Kids. That's a different segment. The majority of kids are YouTube Kids.
YouTube kids do not use YouTube Kids. Let's be real.
Yes, they do. Well, yes,
little kids who watch fucking Coco Melon at 3 years old do. Not teenagers. I'm talking teenagers.
Oh, teenagers.
Because that was the. Or you know what? We'll go 10-year-olds. How about that? Because RJ said his nephew's 8.
Brandon, do you secretly watch Kai? Is that where you're trying to get at? Because
no, I don't watch Kai.
Right now, bro?
It seems like you're trying to normalize this shit.
You guys are trying to fucking deflect the conversation instead of letting me make a fucking point here. The point is, you can't pretend like there's not a lot of fucking anywhere between our age that watch Kai and fucking let's say Speed. There is, and if it's 30% or even if it's less. If you take half of that, 25,000 people our age is a lot in one fucking stream. That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, but our point is it's not the majority. That's the point.
I didn't say it was the majority. I said the kids were the majority. I said, but it's a lot of people still. We agree.
Also, when you split that up throughout the whole country, that's really not shit.
Well,
or the whole world, to be honest with you, that's really not shit.
Well, it's 25. Let's just say it's 25,000. That's 15%. Let's say it's 25,000 per stream. That's for every stream. I mean, I don't know how many streams he does, but if he does a fuck ton of streams,
50% is the majority to Brandon, or a lot. I should say majority, a lot to Brandon. 15%.
That's a lot of people still. Yes.
Listen, when it comes to Kai, maybe you can have 20% in our demographic. Hold on, 20% in our demographic. But if you're talking about Speed, there's no fucking way. There's no way.
Look at your chat, for example. Your chat. What do you think the average age of your chat is?
Probably 20.
20, yeah.
20 is a fair age. I would fucking guarantee. Well, you only have 10 people here, maybe watching. I don't know. Okay. How many views do you get on a stream overall? At the end of the stream.
Let's just say 200.
Let's say you get 200. How many? I think there's a lot of fucking people out of that 200 that watch fucking Kai and these people. You telling me fucking Master J who's trying to fucking act like he doesn't. You don't think he fucking does his retarded ass, or a fucking Michael who's there? Obviously I don't want to use
Michael's a special case.
Yeah. But these are people in everybody's a special case nowadays. These are people in your chat, for example. These retards in your chat.
Hold up. There are a lot more. There are people more intelligent than you, Brandon, in the chat. All right.
Well, if that's what you believe, but the point is, there's a lot of retards in this chat that watch Kai and Speed. They can pretend like they don't, but they do.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure the only person that probably watches Kai and Speed in here is probably Lil Spongy. On a consistent basis.
On a consistent basis, sure, but he's not 20. So we're talking about the average age of your chat.
Hold on.
There's a lot of people in here.
Time out. If that was the case, they'll be watching Kai and you really think they'll pick watching the Unfiltered Sports Podcast over Kai fucking Sinet, who's probably doing something weird right now?
Well, you can always rewatch whatever you want to rewatch. 1, 2. A lot of people find if you like content, you like content. It doesn't matter who. It's funny. I was talking to a guy about this earlier. It doesn't matter what person you are, how old you are, what status you are. If you like a content, you're gonna like content. Maybe they like your, give yourself some more credit. Maybe they like your content enough to watch you, because they can actually interact with you about sports. Because remember, sports is one of those things that always drive views. That's how you got to 3,000 subs almost, right? These people can interact with you about sports, so they're gonna interact with you for a little bit, and then they'll go later and watch fucking Speed, and then pretend like, and then they come back, next Sunday and pretend like they don't.
I really watch Kai. I only see clips on YouTube and stuff like this. Brandon, you're just getting, Brandon, you have a tendency of getting bodied.
You have a tendency of just pretending like, I mean, I don't care, win or loss, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's not that's very childish.
Well, Brandon, do you watch Kai, bro?
No, I don't.
Be honest.
You have a tendency of acting. You have a tendency of acting like just because someone disagrees with you that automatically they are wrong or lose an argument. It's not that fucking deep.
Well, first of all, for everybody in the chat, I appreciate it. All glory to God, all praise to God for this YouTube channel. But I'm just saying, my demographic. First of all, it's like 10 people in here, Brandon. You're comparing that to, like, no.
Well, I was giving you the closest example of people. A lot of the people who watch you watch those people.
But besides, bro. Facts, Brandon, I'm light years brighter than you. Grandma Scott saying that. But other than that, listen, bro. Brandon, no one in my chat, other than a little spongy who just confirmed that he doesn't watch it, gives me the impression they watch Kai Cenat because they would talk about him a lot.
Dude, like literally, like I'm not even trying to start some shit, but your chat is fucking retarded. Your chat is fucking, like, let's be real. I don't argue with it because it's not important. Like, all right, you guys make jokes or whatever, that's fine. It's not important enough for me. But your chat is fucking retarded. A lot of these fucking 20-year-olds in your chat are idiots. They watch these people all the fucking time. And you can't say they don't. If they don't watch them through fucking whatever, like Kick or what's the other one, Twitch, then they watch them through fucking social media. They watch it. They do. There's bullshit. And for you to pretend like they don't is very disingenuous.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying, okay, what I mean by watch is they're not watching it as in live. They might watch it here and there.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on your definition of a viewer, but you're very oblivious to the fact that there's a lot of people who do watch these people.
Okay,
I don't care. Hold on, let's be real. I don't think you guys really give a fuck either, but I don't really give a fuck who really watches Kai or any of these dudes. It doesn't bother me.
If you watch I Show Speed, you're retarded.
Okay, well.
Brandon. Let's just say hypothetically, you watch clips of The View. Are you a viewer of The View?
All
right, then
no. But
it's the same thing with these guys.
But these are people who actively, if you look up clips, I mean, it depends. If you're looking up clips, if I look up clips,
I don't look up clips, and then I see Kai Cenat everywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's people who look up clips like, oh, let's search up Kai's funny moments or shit like that. They'll watch it. They'll still watch shit like that all the time.
I'll give you that. If someone goes on YouTube and puts Kai's funny moments, then yes, they're probably a viewer.
But hold on, but I will contest that the person who's looking up Kai's funny moments are probably looking up because they watch Kai Cenat on a regular basis.
Give or take. I mean, there's some people.
If I don't like Flight, why would I look up Flight's funny moments? I don't like him, or I don't watch him. Why would I look that shit up?
There are some people who, first off, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna use this example because everybody in the chat, if you say that, oh, you only see him on social media, a lot of the time, maybe not for RJ because RJ, for example, he watches Flight, so it's the same. Like I said, Flight's in the same circle, so I would get it. But if you watch, like, if you have these things in your shorts or your reels or whatever the fuck or whatever on your social media in your feed, it's most likely because you're actually watching it. That's how the algorithm works. If you see it on YouTube and you see it on your reels, it's because you actually watch it. Now, RJ watches Flight.
To be fair, all you need to do is watch one, and they will flood your shit with that.
Yeah, facts.
With that thing. Like one video.
Fair, but that's how it starts. It starts with one video, and then you're like, oh yeah, I watch him sometimes. He's funny, I guess. That's how it starts.
No bullshit. Kai Cenat did something gay. I looked it up, and then now all I see is Kai Cenat. No, I'm not a viewer of him. I just wanted to see what he did was gay. And I guess he got like exposed by some girl, and I just watched one reel of it, and then Kai Cenat did it. I haven't watched one live stream of his in about 3-4 months.
You're talking about you personally?
Yes, me personally.
So you watched the Kai live stream 4 months ago?
Yes, 4 months ago. That I'm a viewer.
That made you a viewer. Yeah, you're part of that. You were part of that. That 51 or 25,000 I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, from 4 months ago. Yes.
I mean, that's still a viewer. That attributes to money and all these different things.
You know, Brandon, sometimes I remember, like, and this is not me little broing you. I just always remember you're always gonna be that little 19-year-old that I met back in Fist's streams. Like, I can't wait until you're meeting CEO's age.
Okay, Giants Nation. The point is, you can pretend that these people don't watch these things or vice versa or whatever. You can pretend, but the point is, and it's not a knock on you because I mean, I don't think you give a fuck enough, but you don't actually know how much of your of the people your age or your viewers or any of these people watch these guys. You don't know because you don't care, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with not giving a fuck. I mean, I don't even know why we're really still talking about this. But the point
I'll give you an example. You said people I know, they will. Don't you think they will post about it, talk about it a lot? They don't.
I'm sorry?
Like, people, like, if you're talking about people I know and stuff, some of them watch Kai, yeah. The only time they ever talk about Kai is when Kai does something that's mainstream. Like, he had Nicki Minaj on a stream, whatever the case may be, something like that. Other than that, they don't watch him.
Well, I don't know. I mean, mentioning it, I don't know if that really makes much of a difference. I mean, I don't mention half the things that I watch, not because it really isn't relevant. So that's why.
Or is it because you're embarrassed?
Well, I mean, sure. Some people are embarrassed to fucking watching Kai, or I mean, the people in the chat, they're embarrassed to watching Kai and fucking I Show Speed, but they do.
But hold on, Brendan, I don't know. You don't fucking know. Maybe these people don't watch Kai.
But you're right. Maybe they don't. But it goes both ways. But you're naive to think that they don't.
No, I'm not naive. Are there 21-year-olds that watch Kai? Yes, but I think it's like 10%. I think the average Kai viewer is somewhere fucking trying to get their biology homework done right now.
mid-20s is still a decent amount of audience that he has. I want to know because Spongy asked, why do I care? Why? There was a reason we started talking about this. I don't know if it was because of sports or whatever it was, but we started talking about this shit.
I don't fucking know, Brendan. You're such a gay lord. I swear.
I don't watch. Listen, I'm not like the rest of your stream that watches fucking Kai. So, we were talking to NBA. I don't know how the hell that came up, but
I don't fucking know. Maybe I never watched Kai, but after hearing about Kai and Speed in the shower together, that alone gave me a reason to not watch them. Thank you, Josh. I watched Duke Dennis, which is probably why I'm getting Kai suggestions in my timeline. Well, yeah, that's
Duke Dennis is the same fucking circles once again.
Who the fuck is that?
That's I guess another streamer. I mean, I know
a gay pussy. I agree with that.
That's why I don't give your chat the light of day.
I love how your chat just hates Brandon, bro. That's just like
that's a good question. Why do you guys hate? I think Brandon's entertaining.
Because they're young retards that like fucking. Because this is how it works, and I want to segue back because we have still a couple topics, but this is how it works. Any fucking guy who has a stream is their chat is gonna be they're gonna like reflect the dude on the panel. So you obviously we joke around. You call me a fag and I call you a slave. But you're gonna joke around me. You own this channel. People are gonna reflect after you. But the thing is, they're all like at the end of the day parrots. They're parrots who act like this because they want to. And I'm just not coming at them because I really don't care. But it's like they're doing it for attention because they want you to laugh, and that's funny, and that's fine. I know because I was a kid doing shit like that, fucking doing shit like that too. I did it with Fisk, for example. But I'm a little older now. Now I don't really watch Fisk like that. But the point is, your chat is gonna act like you, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But they do shit like that. They start to joke around, but then they pretend like, oh, you know what? RJ said it's not cool to watch Speed or Kai. So you know what? I don't watch Speed or Kai, but they do. That's my whole point of that. And for example, that's a perfect example. He just said in the chat, RJ talked about that one time, and now he makes a joke so that CEO can laugh. That's my point exactly. Or Michael. Yeah, I know. Or Michael still makes, because Donnie made a couple people laugh, and Michael will still make those jokes because he wants people to laugh at him when he's just being corny. Or Master J is 26 and still was a fucking retard because, whatever the reason is, he's basically kaiju. The point is, your chat, that's why your chat is like that, but I don't really care. Are we gonna finish these topics? We got John Jones. We got a bunch of things to go. We still got to finish the load management for the NBA.
Hey, listen.
For some of the topics we just put on there, just to make sure we don't run out of shit. We actually did a good job. I do want you guys to get into John Jones and Aspinall, but CEO, what do you have to say?
Listen, the chat. This is why, Brandon. This is why you don't get along with the chat, because you keep disrespecting the chat. Or Brandon,
I can guarantee if I had my own chat of like, and not with the same guys. Like if I had my own chat, they would act the same way. If I started making fun of RJ, they'd make fun of RJ too. That's just any chat ever. That's normal.
I think they would like me.
That's normal. The only
I think I'm a very entertaining person.
No, that's fine. You can be entertaining, but that's why they want to be like RJ because they're watching RJ. Some people, believe it or not, will probably see you as a role model, which is weird, admittedly, but whatever it is.
I'm a humble man.
Let's not RJ. Let's not forget the time that Brandon looked at me as a role model.
Of course, yeah. I look at both of you. I mean, you got to remember, you guys are my favorite fucking YouTubers. I think about protecting you guys with my life all the time.
Listen, I'm Charles Barkley. I don't want to be a role model. I'm a flawed man. I'm a man of God. You guys need to, I appreciate if you guys watch my content. Like I said, all praise and glory to the Most High. But no, you shouldn't be looking, including myself, you shouldn't be looking at people on the internet as role models. Prime example, like Kai Cenat. No, or Ice Speed. No.
See, you believe that your chat would act like that. You believe that the chat would see you. Some people would see you as a role model, even though you don't want that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Brandon, I mean, my chat is 7 people, and the only kid in here is Lil.
I just mean in general. Like, let's just say you had. I'm just meaning in general. Whether it's a comments, let's say you have a viral video and you have like fucking 20 comments.
Well, all my viral videos, everybody hates me. What are you talking about?
Well, that's because you're shitting on people that are fan favorites. Like back then it was Shannon Sharp and shit like that. People like Unk. So
I think Fist is a good role model. You're out of your fucking mind, bro.
Josh Johnson, you're like got to be my age, maybe.
Well, I don't know. He just said I think Fisk is a good model. He doesn't say role model.
Damn, that's crazy. When I was 15, maybe I would have like acted like that. But I'm 21. I don't see. It's weird to start seeing people. I don't think having role models is the worst thing in the world, but when you start seeing like these YouTubers that you interact with as role models, it's kind of just attention seeking.
It's weird because I don't think I've ever had a role model. Which is weird. Never had a role model.
Not even as a kid.
Not even as a kid.
It's honestly my dad, to be honest with you.
Which is normal.
Yeah, that's your dad. Yeah,
that's your dad. At the end of the day, I mean, you could still see him as a role model if God rest his soul. But you would still see him as a role model today, and that's normal. But besides the case,
see, my attitude when I was a kid was always, "Fuck you, bitch! I'll be better than you."
That's me. That was me and my brother.
Yeah, he hates your dad that much. See your name, bro.
That's me with my brother.
What did your dad do to you?
No, I was just born like that. Like it's just with everyone. It's like, oh fuck you, I'll be better. When I was a kid, I don't do that anymore because I'm grown.
I know who's listen. We don't like role models, but you know who really shouldn't be a role model out of everybody? That bum ass, tall, lanky, fucking African fuck, dirty bastard, Joel Embiid. And the reason I mention this is because this fucking bitch, Joel Embiid, has a load management problem, and that's one of the topics. It was load management, and the Sixers are in fucking shambles. They are in shambles right now. Paul George, fucking Maxi's hurt, but it's not even his fault. It's Paul George being a soft bitch, Embiid being an even softer.
Why are you slandering Embiid? Embiid is wonderful.
Philly, even Sponge said, I fucking hate Embiid now. Wow.
Yo, shout out to Joel Embiid, bro. Keep Joel Embiid.
Listen, you're right, CEO. Joel Embiid's doing a good service by fucking over the Sixers. Fine.
Absolutely.
But don't get distracted. He's still a fucking 7-foot bitch. And
what has he done to us?
Who picks his wedgies and smells his ass in the middle of a free throw in the middle of a national television game? Okay, by the way, that's been going fucking. I'm surprised people haven't brought up how dirty he is for that. That is nasty. I see that shit on ESPN posted that shit the other day, and I got so fucking pissed.
Well, what did he do? What?
He picks his fucking ass in the middle of a free throw. He picks his fucking wedgie and smells his fingers and then goes on to shoot a free throw.
I mean, he's making sure he didn't shit himself, bro.
He's been doing that for the last 12 fucking games or however games many the Sixers have. Dude, of course Joel Embiid will fuck me. He's fucking 7 feet tall and ripped. Of course, well, ripped maybe not. He's a little fat now, but still, of course he'll fuck me up. I mean, Spongy, shut up. The point is, Joel Embiid is a 7-foot bitch, and this load managing and all the Sixers are in fucking shambles. And yeah, the topic was load managing. I just had to say that about Embiid first.
Listen, Embiid is doing a good service to everyone. All right. I have no problem with Embiid. If anything, I say continue doing what you're doing. Fuck Philly. Fuck the Sixers or poverty. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Josh Johnson. You want my 5 most hated NBA players? As a Knicks fan, okay. I'll give it to you.
Oh.
Number 5, I'm going to go Jimmy Butler, which is kind of weird. I liked Jimmy Butler a couple years ago, but every time I watch Jimmy Butler, he's always acting lazy. He's very protected by the refs. I don't know if you guys see it, man. I do. He's very protected down there in Miami by the refs. He's not fun to watch anymore. He was fun to watch shitting on the Bucks, but the fact that he's been protected in Miami is just for some reason it just doesn't sit right with me. At number 4, I'm gonna go Trae Young. He's a little low. But I'm gonna go Trae because I don't hate Trae for maybe I hated him in the past for beating us in the playoffs. I don't care anymore because the team's way different. But Trae's still a bitch. He's still balding. He pretends like he has something over New York since the playoff victory, but his record against the Knicks is really, really bad, like all time. And he's very soft. At number 3, I'll go Tyrese Halliburton.
What's up, John Jay?
And my main reason for Tyrese Halliburton is because his shot sucks. And because he talks.
Whoa, he's number 3?
He's number 3, yeah.
Wait, who?
Tyrese.
It's a little low, no?
Well, that's top 3. But it's definitely Tyrese. Because his shot and because when he's up, he talks and he's like he's one of the corniest dudes to listen to when he's up. It is very it's his shot, bro. His fucking shot is just so ugly. It's like Kaiju looking in the mirror ugly. And then number 2, in the past, this would have been Tatum. He's an honorable mention in the top 5, but I actually like Tatum. I like especially because he improved his shot. He's a great player. That Kobe shit was just corny as fuck. At number 2, though, I'm going to have to put, even though I don't talk about him enough at all because his state is irrelevant, his team is irrelevant, he's irrelevant. It's Devin Booker. I really don't like Devin Booker, believe it or not. I don't talk about it enough. I know I don't talk about it enough. But Devin Booker, he's worse. He's a worse player than Tatum. He's a worse leader than Tatum. He's cornier than Tatum. He's softer than Tatum. He's everything that Tatum is, but 10 times worse. Devin Booker, everybody tried to hype him up because the Suns started doing good in recent years, but Devin Booker didn't do shit but all he did was fucking drop 60 points and give up 70 to lose. And then once he got CP3 to carry him, now these Suns fans come out the woodwork. I don't care if T-Rug is mad at me. These Suns fans came out the woodwork to pretend like he did something. Fucking Devin Booker's a bum. He's a bum. And I would have been fucking pissed if he would have been a Knick. And I know RJ would have been even more pissed than I would have. And then at number 1 is Embiid. Fuck Embiid. He's a fucking African dirty bitch. Not because he's not dirty because he's African. He just happens to be African. But he's dirty. He's a dirty fucking bitch. Dirty on the court. He's dirty. Like he wipes his ass and then he doesn't wash his hands and goes to eat with his hands. And then he fucking flops like a little bitch in the court. That's my top 5 most hated. And as far as Spongy's mad that I got married at 19, or 20. When did I get married? 19 or 20? 19? I was 19? No, I was 20. I don't know. Point is, Don't be fucking mad at me that I'm happy and you're gonna grow up to not be the athlete that you want to be. All right, fuck. Rest in peace to my dad. Because you mentioned my dad. Rest in peace to my dad.
Top 5 hated players see you in the NBA.
Oh, me? Oh shit! I don't think I hate that many people. But let me
see that you hate. Well, I already know one.
All right.
You can do top 3 if you want.
All right. 3. James Harden.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
2. I know somebody. Karl Anthony Towns.
Do you actually hate Cat, or you just like?
No, I hate that nigga. Nigga soft as shit. Pisses me off.
Oh, okay. No, because I for some reason I didn't feel like you would. Maybe he'd be in your top 5, but top 3, like before being. I would get it because he's a Knick. Like the same reason I'd have Tatum up there. But
nah, it's just not. No, it's not because he's a Knick. It's just that he's just fucking. He's everything you hate about Embiid, but worse.
I don't think so, but that's teachers on. I want to know who's number 1.
LeBron.
No, LeBron.
I hate LeBron. LeBron would be number 1 off the court. Out of everybody off the court, LeBron would be number 1 for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
LeBron's politics aside. LeBron's just a clown.
Hold on, he's not your number 1 CEO. I'm actually shocked.
No, I mean, yeah, it's just it's weird because he is number 1, but it feels like such a fucking cop out because it's so obvious. Yeah, he has to be number 1. Yeah, I agree with that. After what he did, fuck yeah. With
right,
Boston.
RJ, I want to hear your top 3 hater. Because I feel like I feel like I know them, and I feel like I'd agree with you too.
Oh yeah, my number 4 just to say Steph Curry, but go ahead.
Steph, why do you hate? Oh yeah, because he beat you in the finals. So.
No, that and I hate all the 3-point bullshit, but go ahead.
My top 5.
Top 3. Top 3. You don't have to do top 5 unless you want to do top 5
of all time or in the NBA right now.
I would say in the NBA now. Right now, yeah. Julius Randle. Nah, Julius Randle can't be in your top 3. I would think he's in your top 5.
Randle, I only hated Randle because he's on the Knicks. I don't care about Randle now because he's irrelevant. So
yeah, that's why I figured he wouldn't be in your top 3 anymore.
Halliburton's in there because I just don't think he's good. Halliburton's definitely in there. He's a fag.
By the way, Wally, I don't know how to say his last name, but Wally, the commentator dude, 2 years ago got shit on because of what he said about Tyrese Halliburton, and 2 years later now he's correct. That's crazy.
Halliburton. Who else? I don't fucking know.
No Paul George?
Paul George is like so irrelevant now. I can't he's like in that Derek Carr lane for me.
Bro, you've been hating on George for like 2 years straight.
Yeah, I know, but it's like,
would he be in your top 5 at least?
Of all time, yes, but
okay.
He's just he's like Paul. He's not even playing. I can't like people know what he is now.
So what we're doing? No Embiid.
Embiid's probably in there. Yeah, Embiid's probably in there.
All right, we'll put him 2.
Actually, Embiid, yes.
We'll put him 2. Who's your number 1 hated player in the NBA?
Number 1 hated player in the NBA. I would be Halliburton. So
damn, you put Halliburton in your top 3 twice.
He's not good. Like Embiid, when he's not a bitch, he's actually good. Halliburton's an asshole. He's not good at all.
And Halliburton only plays good at home.
Rudy Gobert.
Damn. Saquon had 255 yards rushing today.
Mister, I don't care about the NFL, but
well, I see the ESPN.
Listen, crazy. No Trae Young, no. Well, listen. As a Knicks fan, yes, but Trae.
I really don't care about the playoff loss anymore. That was years ago.
Yeah,
he's still shit.
Plus, Trae Young's actually good. Halliburton's not good, and Embiid's a bitch, and Rudy Gobert is just something about him. He's just a bitch to me. It's just like his look. It's like I fucking hate you, bro.
That's how I generally feel about the French.
He says, shout out to one of the best.
I actually like Wembanyama. I think Wembanyama's a baller, but I don't know.
No, Wemby also rubs me the wrong way, so I just don't like the French.
Spongy said, "Shout out to Jared McCain, one of the best rookies." I mean, I think he's probably rookie of the year right now. I mean, he's gay, but he can ball. I mean, if anybody knows about balls, it's fucking Jared McCain. And,
yeah.
All right, it's 12-16. Can we talk about Dana White and John Jones? You know how much I've been itching to talk about Dana White. Since
let's talk about the fact that you disrespect John Jones and hype up.
Wait. What do you want first, John Jones or Dana White?
Yeah, go to Dana.
I put Dana White on the topic.
Well, because I did say I wanted to defend not really defend, but the way he pays people and shit like that.
Listen, I think I'm kind of tired of talking about that. There's no meaning of.
I'll make it quick. All
right, go ahead.
Once again, let's get it right. I agree with you. The one thing that he should do is healthcare. I think combat sports especially should pay for healthcare. If you're going to the hospital, that shouldn't come out of your. Let's say you lost and you got a brutal knockout and you're only making $10,000 because of that loss. You have to pay all your coaches and your medical bills. It's not fair. I get that. He should pay medical bills. That is 100%. And yeah, people should get paid more. I agree with that as well. The reason I don't give a fuck, one, because these people, because I'm not in the UFC, so I don't really care. But on top of that, they're private contractors. The CEO was saying last time, they're private contractors. This is not like the NBA or anything that they got drafted or anything. These are people who they're signing a contract, they're putting their life on the line. They chose to take $10,000 to show and $10,000 to win, which is nothing, but they chose that to bet on themselves to make more money in the future. You could say Dana's could offer more, but these people they're signing the contract. So there's only so much blame you can put on Dana. With that being said as well, I think the reason is, one, if you pay people more, I've seen that doesn't improve the product. I think you keep them fucking literally hungry because they can't pay for food. You keep them literally hungry, they're going to fucking scratch and claw their way to the fucking top. So it provides for a better product. And on top of that, a lot of these people who are getting paid $10,000 to win and to show, that's $20,000 if they win. A lot of them are from countries that $20,000 goes a long way. Not America, but Brazil and the middle of nowhere, Russia and shit like that. So because it's international and it's a combat sport internationally, the money gets it's different for other countries. That's my point as far as money.
I mean, and not to mention they make most of their money through sponsorships. That
as well, and the top, and you're also going to get, and I also believe, you're going to get paid more for how much pay-per-view buys you attribute to. John Jones going to get paid more than the co-main event by a lot, only one fight apart, because it's John Jones. People want to see John Jones fight. So obviously he's going to attribute to the pay-per-view sales. He'll probably get $1 off of every pay-per-view, which is a lot of money. So I think the whole pay thing with Dana is kind of like overblown because people are going to pretend like they care. They really don't. Jake Paul does not care how much they get paid. He's only doing that to appear like a good guy. He doesn't give a fuck. He brings up a good point that they should get paid at least 50, which I would like to see. But let's not pretend he's the right messenger. He does not give a fuck. Now,
all I'm gonna say is this, Brandon, I enjoy it now, because whether it's 5 years from now or 10 years from now, there will be a boycott in the UFC, and the UFC is going to be in trouble. Just letting you know.
We'll see it. But like I said, the UFC just had a settlement. They just had a settlement in their lawsuit. They paid whatever ton of money that they paid to, we'll call it, make things right with the pay. At the end of the day, it's hard. Yeah, you could boycott, but you can't. To take them to court is going to be a bigger issue, because again, at the end of the day, people sign their name on the dotted line.
It's not taking them to court. There's going to be a strikeout.
Well, you mentioned the last time court, so I was just trying to bring up that. But as far as boycott, we'll see. Maybe not. But you got to understand, it's international. These people are very fucking replaceable. They can find someone else to take over.
No, they're not. John Jones is not replaceable. Conor McGregor is not replaceable.
They don't fight. First off, John Jones just fought. Yeah, he hasn't fought in 2 years, and Conor McGregor hasn't fought, what, 3? These people are replaceable in the sense that no one, Brandon, Conor McGregor, for example, isn't even relevant anymore.
How many average UFC pay-per-views are throughout the year?
12, 14, somewhere around there, depending on
So
what
the
months
only
go.
relevant ones were probably two was 299, 301, the one with John Jones. So what is that? 3 out of 12? That's not good. To the casual, to the casuals.
Yeah, I understand that. Let's just say a third of the pay-per-views are good this year. I agree. This year has been a little bit of a down year. Last year was better. I think there was a decent amount of pay-per-views last year. But I don't think they see it in a oh yeah, only these 3 pay-per-views, because their money, because it's the same thing with the NFL. It's the same thing with the NFL. Their gates are very high. Their opening gates are very high, and their ratings are still good. So at the end of the day, they don't care enough, and it's easier to not care for combat sports than the NFL.
Cool. I'm just saying, it's like there are other options. You don't have to go to the UFC. You can go to the PFL.
Yeah, facts. Which is gaining steam, by the way.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. You know,
but there's nobody. There's nobody.
I'm not saying it's not UFC, but it's getting out there. I'll say that.
I mean, well, what's his name? Francis Ngannou signed, and we haven't seen him since.
Oh, I'm gonna mention Francis in a little bit, but I will say, yeah, they can boycott as much as they want. And you could think, oh yeah, well, Conor and John Jones, those are 2 guys. First off, Conor, like UFC fans, obviously Conor put UFC on the map. There's no disputing that easily. But majority of UFC fans do not care about Conor McGregor anymore. They don't. They will watch him if he comes back, 100%. But they will be fine if he doesn't come back, and he's not coming back. John Jones, he's on his way out anyway. Everybody was expecting him to retire. But the point is, a lot of the fan base for the UFC comes around the world, so it's not just a USA thing, and they can boycott it, but there's always going to be somebody to fight. And if they boycott it, like CEO said, you can go to the PFL, you can go to One Championship, but you're not going to make the money that you could potentially make in UFC. Not that you're gonna, that you could potentially.
I mean, you'll get more base pay, but you probably won't get the
sponsorships, the notoriety, none of these things. So it's, at the end of the day, they're freelance. So that's.
Let me say this. Isn't it funny? And you say, like, the home base is America. Let's be for real. The home base is America.
It is.
UFC goes down the NBA land. Well, we have international this and there. We see how that's working for the NBA. So
big difference. Big difference. It's combat sports.
You compared the UFC to the NBA and the NFL. We shit on them. So,
but combat sports are international thing. Boxing isn't just America. It's I wouldn't say it started in America, but like mainstream boxing probably started in America, but it's international.
MMA is huge.
Biggest stars ever are American. Stop playing.
MMA is huge international.
You need to get Americans to do American shit. I'm sorry.
I mean, in the UFC, it's a little bit different, in my opinion, because you had big stars that are not American in the UFC.
You know what? I'm gonna make this point where what CEO just said.
Other than Conor McGregor, name someone.
Hold on. I'll make this point real quick. There's a dude fighting in the next pay-per-view, UFC 310, right? The main event is not exciting for me at all. It's Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Asakura, 2 fucking flyweights that RJ you probably never heard of. But that dude, Kai Asakura, the Japanese guy, no one in the US knows this dude. But in Japan, he has, like, if you look at his fucking views on YouTube, shit on the UFC's homepage views. Like if the UFC posts like a Conor McGregor video, it probably get 1 million views. Kai Asakura gets a lot of that, a lot more than that.
Okay, that's fine. People in Japan don't draw ratings like Americans do.
I mean, that's not when it comes to
John Jones is more likely to get over in every single country and continent than this guy.
But they don't need it because if they have a lot more Japan viewers, that's more money.
Okay, yeah, here's my point, Brandon. John Jones can get everybody around the world to watch. He's just getting people in Japan to watch, whoever this guy is.
But John Jones, well, that's actually not true either. But John Jones,
it is true.
Are we forgetting that Connor's from Ireland? I mean, come on.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Besides Connor, name me another non-American who's
Anderson Silva.
Anderson
Silva, yeah.
And I love Anderson Silva. If I would have gone on the stream, like, hey, do you guys know where Anderson? Whoa. Right now, yes, because he fought Jake Paul. But before that, no.
All right, I'm looking at just one fight right here from 10 months ago, that Kai Asakura, right? John Jones has, and this is just rough estimate. John Jones still is going to provide a lot of viewers, but this is a John Jones and Stipe fight has 3.2 million views on the UFC, like the last 6 minutes of the fight, I think, has 3.2 million views on YouTube. And some random fucking fight that this dude had, not granted the times are different, but had about 3 million views. The numbers are still comparable, very comparable. That provides enough fucking audience already. That Japan audience is just enough.
Because that John Jones fight was what, a couple weekends ago.
Well, yeah, but that's just not nobody. If by the time because the other one's 10 months, but let's just say it gets to 10 months. That John
video 10 months to
because the John Jones fight, that John Jones fight is probably going to get to 5 million views. 5 million, 3 million. Yeah, it's a difference, but of a dude that you never heard of still getting 3 million is a lot of fucking people.
Over 10 months and versus John Jones, who
of
literally
course.
got that over 2 weeks? No.
Because in 10 months, that John Jones thing isn't going to pass 5 million views. So it's if you look at the fucking rate, it's not bad at all. That the Japan audience, the audience that he already has in Japan is going to translate to the US audience if he fucking fights his ass off next pay-per-view.
Wait, who did you say that was? Whose name was
the Kaya Sakura, the one's fighting he's fighting in the main event next week.
I'm looking at the 310, but I don't see him.
What are you talking about? He just UFC 310. Just
310. I'm looking at the card. Kai. Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It says I ignored the main event because it's fucking flyweight.
Yeah, the main event fucking sucks. Well, at least to the casual viewer, it fucking sucks, and I don't really care about it either.
The flyweight sucks to everyone, even hardcore viewers.
I don't know. Flyweight be having some good fights sometimes, but I don't know what the problem is. Like nobody wants to see 125 pounders fight. I mean,
no one wants to see Brandon's in the ring go at it. That's what it is.
But you got 100. These are flyweight. He's a flyweight guy getting 3 million views on a random fucking fight. That's not bad at all.
You're gonna get that, but at the same time, John Jones got that in 2 weeks. Like, come on.
But it's John Jones in the USA, of course. But the point is, the numbers are still. The numbers are comparable. It's coming from. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So you're okay. So in that case, right? If I make a video if you make a video a year ago and you get 1 million views, and I make a video and it gets 1 million views in 2 weeks, that's
of course. Go ahead.
No, someone.
Oh, Nerdcase, what's up, bro? How you been, bro?
Of course, it's not the same. Obviously, it's better, but I'm just saying the amount of views he's getting from fucking Japan, that's a lot of views to bring into the UFC. 3 million views from a nobody that you don't know coming into the UFC is a big fucking shift. Of course it is.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. And at the same time, he's still going to be at 3 million next 10 months. John Jones fight's going to be at 10 million. So what's your point?
I doubt that. I doubt it's probably even if it is 10, that's still you don't know him. You don't know him. You don't know him, and he's still making 3. I don't know him. You don't know him, and he still has 3 million viewers coming from Japan. And that's one video because I don't really want to go to YouTube and beat this dead horse because I want to get to the John Jones stuff. But that's a lot of.
I just remember something. How about Khabib, RJ? He's famous.
Khabib?
Yeah.
Khabib is famous to the casual UFC fan, but if I were to go around and say, do you know who Khabib Kamal? But how you pronounce his last name?
Nurmagomedov.
Magomedov. Big people like, who the fuck is that? Whoa. Time out. People might know who he is because, he's the guy that fucking went crazy after the Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah, see, there you go.
But even then, you tried to use Conor. You tried to use Conor as excuse, but like CL said, he's Irish, so he brought.
Other than Conor, there's really Ronda Rousey, American. John Jones, American. Rampage Jackson, American.
I mean, I don't think anyone on the street would know who Rampage Jackson is either.
And also, you have to understand that's because again, the UFC is very young. It's only 30 years old. So, being that they're only 30 years old, and it started just being American stuff. Now it's branched out internationally. It's made a big fucking wave internationally that I'm not saying it doesn't need America. Of course they need America. But they have different. They will be fine. They would be fine if American fighters want to be a bitch and go somewhere else.
But not only that, right? Not only that. It's just
look at baseball.
The reason UFC is so
for baseball.
But this is combat sports. There's a difference. Boxing and all combat sports are international. That's why they're called world champions.
What are you talking about?
Baseball. First off,
whoa. Shut the fuck up. Boxing, bitch. Boxing.
Okay.
No one gives a fuck about Canelo.
That's bullshit. What?
People fucking care about fucking Mayweather.
Of course, people. Of course. What are you talking? People don't. What are you talking about? People don't care about Canelo.
When's the last time fucking Canelo had a big fight?
Every fight Canelo has a big fucking draw because he's Canelo.
That pay-per-view that he had with that Puerto Rican, that drew a lot of people.
He's Canelo. That's all that matters.
No, bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Come on, bro. You think Canelo's irrelevant?
Your problem?
Time out. Well, let me look something up.
Your problem is that you have
Who's Canelo's last fight? Who did Canelo fight?
I guess the Puerto Rican guy.
Listen,
the Puerto Rican guy.
Listen, this is why it's acceptable, right? I mean, good, right? Listen, there are countries out there, for example, I forgot, like Shavkat, right? He's from Kyrgyzstan or some shit like that, right?
Oh, you ever saw the comments of anything with Shavkat? Oh my god.
Yeah, but he's from Kyrgyzstan, right? Brandon?
Yeah.
Listen, that country has nothing going for it except that he represents them. And I'm being 100% honest. They have no fucking football team, no NBA team, nothing like that, right? So those people would tune in just to watch him. That'd be like fucking half of the country that would tune in just to watch him.
Which is a lot of people.
Like that's what I'm talking about. Like this is why it works internationally, because there are countries in buttfuck nowhere.
This is the thing that this only works with combat sports. By the way, this doesn't work with any other sport. This works with combat sports. Baseball, it's debatable because baseball is international in some ways, but if we're talking the main root of baseball. The main root of baseball is the MLB. But yeah, sure, you have like the Little League World Series and shit like that. That's but Canelo, yeah, you're right, nerd case. He needs to fight Benavidez. But Canelo, you can't say, oh yeah, he's a big fucking name. Get out of here. The money that Canelo makes and brings in. You telling me if Canelo fucking disappeared, that wouldn't be a big fucking hit money wise?
Looking up the range right now. Okay, so Canelo's last fight with Indar Birlindai. I don't know.
To be fair, I don't watch a lot of boxing. I know, like, to know who that is.
Get this, Drew, 1.2 million fighters.
Okay.
Now keep that. Hold on, I want to keep that in mind. His last fight with Caleb Plant, an American, 2.5 million.
Okay. The end.
My point is this: is that Caleb Plant is a huge American star. Now, granted, he's not nowhere near Mayweather, but at the same time, that drew more than this last fight. So what are you talking about?
Of course, because Plant is a bigger name than the fucking Puerto Rican dude. Who, by the way, the Puerto Rican dude, he's American. He just represents Puerto Rico. He's American. So that's one. Two, yeah, because it's two big names going at each other. Of course, they're gonna fucking draw. Like what? The fucking Mike Tyson and Jake fucking Paul probably made fucking more money and more rate and drew more ratings because it's fucking a YouTuber versus a legend. Like,
yeah, two Americans, by the way, too.
That's not the point. You act like Canet, bro. Stop it. Stop. First off, you gotta stop.
Hold on, Brandon. You do realize Canelo's he's not even top 5 in international that drew in America.
Okay.
Manny Pacquiao, who's but not really that impressive. His highest fight was
Pacquiao's super famous. Don't even start. Don't even start.
You said what?
The Pacquiao is very famous. We're not
even gonna get to John Jones because of this shit.
Yeah, Pacquiao. But Pacquiao's highest fight, not including Mayweather, is 2.1 million.
Okay.
So I mean that's not a lot.
Okay.
My point is this: no, you have to. Americans draw more than international people. That's just a fucking fact.
Okay, but international people draw a fuck ton of money too. That's the point.
They don't. Not as much as Americans.
Hold up.
Sorry, Brandon.
Other than Conor McGregor. Oh my God.
Other than Conor McGregor, no one does.
Hold up. Ironically, all 4 of Mayweather's most fucking highest pay-per-views have been with fucking international
guys. Yeah.
Ironically, like all of them.
Because of them or the Mayweather.
People who watch Pacquiao and Mayweather definitely watch because of Pacquiao too. Don't get it twisted.
Fuck out of here.
Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Bro, so you're gonna say nobody watched for Pacquiao?
No.
Pacquiao had the whole country of the Philippines watching that nigga. What you talking about?
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's bullshit. His highest fate is Oscar De La Hoya. What the fuck you talking about?
Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God.
Bro,
okay, yeah.
Hold on. You guys shit on the NBA for being too international, but you like
dude. Combat sports is way fucking different. It's a major difference. Combat sports will always be international. That's a big difference.
Yeah, that is true.
American-based sports is boxing like the big corporations and UFC American-based? Sure, but the thing is, they're combat sports. They're always going to go around the world because, again, one, they could pay people less around the world, but that brings they get dudes. You find because you know why? When you go international, you find dudes like a McGregor or a Canelo or a Pacquiao or any of these fucking guys. You find these guys around the world who are big fucking draws.
Yeah. First of all, Ngannou's
after Canelo's gone, who's the next big star in boxing?
I don't really watch boxing like that.
Okay. After John Jones McGregor's already gone. Who's the next big star coming up?
The biggest star in the you know who the biggest star in the UFC is right now?
Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
a Brazilian.
Come on. If I were to go on the street, hey, you know Alex Pereira is? No.
That's cool. But he's the UFC's biggest star.
And also, isn't Alex 36? So he's going to be going away very.
Wait, Brandon. Before Alex, who was the biggest star before Alex? It was Izzy, no?
Yeah, it was Izzy.
He's from New England.
He's either African, fucking New Zealand, or fucking Chinese. One of the three. You pick.
Well, he's international. That's
he's definitely international. And before Izzy, I'm trying to think. If you want to call, well, hold on, because if you want to call the quote three kings, the three kings, which would be Izzy, Kamaru, and Francis. Before that, I'm not gonna wait. Well, let's say John Jones around the 2020s because he wasn't as active. Well,
St. Pierre was pretty popular back in the day.
GSP, a Canadian.
GSP, no one knows who GSP is.
Habib, Connor, yeah, those two, and then
Connor, I'll give you Connor. Yes, Connor's internet. Connor's popular all around. Not
Habib and Connor. They both were very popular at the time, and then John Jones. Yeah, so there you go. It's been international dudes fucking in charge of the company since then. Since John Jones. Since John Jones' prime, it's been international.
Like I said, if I were going on the street right now, hey, who do you know? Khabib or John Jones? I'm pretty sure most people say John Jones.
And I'm just saying this. If it wasn't for, like, the slip up in the UFC, Fedor was very popular and he wasn't even fucking UFC.
But, and RJ, you do that shit where, if I go in public, if you go to another country, to wherever the other fighter's from, they're going to do the same thing. They'll know fucking, if you go to Dagestan, for example, they'll know Habib way before they know John Jones.
They'll be like, who the fuck is O'Malley or whatever the fuck?
Who the fuck is Sean O'Malley? Which Sean O'Malley, by the way.
If I were to go to Canada, do you know who Khabib or John Jones is? They're going to know
because they're right there. Of course
they're right there. They're right there. But guess what? GSP will make will give John Jones a run for his money in Canada because he's Canadian.
Bro, you need Americans to succeed. That's just a fact. I don't care.
Not when it comes to internet. Like you, for example, RJ.
Hold on. Would boxing be as popular as it is if it wasn't for Muhammad Ali?
No, they wouldn't. But listen.
Okay, wait. Listen. Go ahead.
You have to compare combat sports to like fucking soccer. Do you think like the U.S. is so irrelevant in soccer? It's not even fucking funny. Yeah, it's the most popular sport in the fucking world.
2 billion viewers.
So it doesn't need the U.S. I'm just being honest. It doesn't.
And also, let's look at UFC because the last
you're talking about soccer. Soccer is the internet. UFC was built in the U.S.
Wait, I wanna point them out. The last 3 big pay-per-views, that 3 big main events. Topuria and Max Holloway. Max Holloway probably drew a lot of viewers more than Topuria just by a little bit. It depends on the Spain market. I'll give you that. Before that, it was Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. Who drew more views, Poirier or Makhachev?
Poirier.
Makhachev, easily.
And also, tell me. Hold
on. By the way, before that,
you bring up soccer. Why is it that people want America to like soccer so much? Because they know we're pop culture. That's why. But go ahead.
Whatever. UFC 300. Fucking Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. An American versus Brazilian. Who drew more viewers out of those two for the pay-per-view?
Alex, not even
fucking close. These are international guys running the sport.
Actually, you guys got it. When the UFC is in a strikeout and the ratings start going down, you'll understand where I come from.
Oh yeah, we'll just get 3 Dagestanis and we'll be good.
3 Dagestanis, yeah, okay, bro.
Dagestani's been running shit. I mean, whether you like them or not. But all right, hold on. Let's get to John Jones because I want to make this before you end up. It's almost 1. John Jones, I want to make it clear. John Jones, for all his faults and all his controversies, he's a great fighter. He's whether you think he's the GOAT or you think he's
I said, "What's up, Mafia?" He said, "What's up?"
Whether you think he's the GOAT or top 3 in the GOAT conversation, because a lot of people, differently. I think I probably put Demetrius Johnson like talent wise, because I mean talent was crazy, but John Jones is a great fucking fighter. John Jones, he wasn't the best at anything, but he was the best at mixing it up. I'll give you that. He's a great wrestler. And he's got the size and the reach and all these things. Now, the reason why I don't like John Jones, I don't want you to think because I don't like John Jones based on both out the cage and in the cage. Can you turn that off, because we're on YouTube, please? We can't listen to that. Hold on, let me mute myself because this shit's
very unprofessional. CEO, say the least. But
all right, my fault.
All right, go ahead.
It's out of the cage and in the cage. Out the cage, the dude's a fucking piece of shit. He, there's a lot of different things. I don't have to really get into that unless you really want. I don't have to get into that. In the cage, whether you like it or not, because I know you guys don't care about PEDs, but PEDs were a big, I guess, turn off for a lot of viewers, especially of UFC. And not just that, he's proven to be a dirty fighter plenty of times, poking people in the eyes and being controversial, kicking people in the knee. I don't dislike the knee kick thing. That's fine. But poking people in the eyes, shit like that. He's very controversial in those things, which aren't good. John Jones, besides that, is a great fighter. Now, Tom Aspinall, the reason why I have Tom Aspinall beating current John, we're not talking prime, because you like talking prime for no reason. We're talking current. Current John Jones won't beat Aspinall. Aspinall, you can say, oh yeah, John Jones has beaten stronger and bigger people. But those people back then, first off, talent changes. The talent now is better than talent back then. Second, Aspinall, he's never fought a fighter like Aspinall, who's great on the ground, because John Jones dominated a lot of people on the ground. Aspinall has been training the ground game since he was like fucking 5. And what is he, 30 now? He's been training the ground game. He's been knocking everybody out left and right. John, I know you said, CEO, that John Jones was playing with his food with Stipe, but the facts are that first round he should have finished Stipe. He tried to finish Stipe.
He almost did.
He almost did. Stipe survived. Second round, Stipe, and I don't think Stipe didn't do shit, but Stipe also, he was boxing with him. He wasn't. There was some times where he was like showing something, and then until he took that brutal fucking kick. That kick was nasty. That shit was crazy. But in the time that it took to beat Stipe, Aspinall's last like 8 or 10 fights, he's knocked out everybody and still has time to spare to beat John Jones as far as time. Aspinall is clearing out a whole division. And for people who say that he doesn't deserve to fight, when John Jones got the fight for the title against Shogun, John Jones had a worse resume than Aspinall has now. Aspinall's the current interim champion who actually defended his interim champion, which you never fucking see. He should have been the next fight. He's the interim champion. With that, that's why I think he beats John Jones. John Jones himself doesn't think he wins because he's been ducking.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that point, because, like, come on, bro, Stipe.
I don't think John Jones has no chance. John Jones, of course, has a chance. But the thing is, John Jones knows that this is a big fucking risk. So he basically told the UFC, I want fuck you money to take this fight. He wants what Conor made in his last fight times 2 to fight Aspinall, because he knows it's a risk, which I get. I understand that. He knows that it's a risk. He's going to want that money, but he's ducking actively. He's been ducking it every way. He won't take interviews that have Aspinall questions. He gets mad when the crowd starts chanting Aspinall. He doesn't like talking about Aspinall. He doesn't like hearing about Aspinall. Aspinall, he'll troll here and there, but he's been pretty professional. But John Jones thinks he's an asshole for what? Because he just wants the title? Of course he wants the title. He's next. So that's why I have John Jones losing to Aspinall if they fought. Do I think they're going to fight? No. And he even said that he will vacate the title to fight Alex instead, because he will beat Alex. Not because Alex can't strike with him. Alex can strike with anybody. But Alex, we don't know if he can wrestle. And John Jones has great wrestling.
I don't know. I'm pretty. I feel like that's a coin toss.
I think Alex is a bigger risk than Aspinall.
The thing is with Aspinall, I mean, it's debatable because Alex got that left hook, but Aspinall's dangerous on the feet and on the ground. So and he's younger. So I think John Jones, it would be an easier fight for Alex. And whatever fight he takes. Fine. Right. It is what it is. But he would actively vacate the title. He said himself to fight Alex. That's clear ducking to me.
First of all, I would much rather have the Alex fight personally because I just like that fight better. But two, I mean, I did not want him to fight Stipe. I mean, that shit clear as fuck because Stipe's washed.
Nobody did.
It was John Jones basically picking a win because let's be honest, like the dude is washed. Dude hasn't fought in 4 years, and he just looked out of shape. He looked horrible.
Oh, and by the way, I just want to point out this is not the first time John Jones has ducked somebody because I told you I was going to mention him. He ducked Francis Ngannou. He waited for him to leave the UFC.
Yeah, he did.
To come back and beat Cyril Gane.
No, I agree with that. He did wait but here's the thing, like everything that he was scared of in Francis, I mean, that's kind of Alex is just as hard of a hitter as fucking Ngannou. I mean, it's arguable because Ngannou was a heavyweight, so he probably had packed more punch than Pereira did at the light heavyweight or middleweight. But at the same time, it's just like he hits just as hard. Especially,
I think Alex broke because the machine that they have for the record.
Yeah, like Alex broke it. Like if there's only if you lose to Aspinall, he can lose on the ground like via submission, or he could. Like I guess theoretically he could knock him out, but the only way you're losing to Alex is if you get knocked the fuck out. So I just think wouldn't it be a bigger risk for him to fight Alex because he'll get knocked the fuck out?
I don't think so because once again, now granted, we don't know. Alex probably has a ground game that we don't know about because we haven't seen it. But if I was betting money still, I would take John Jones by submission in that fight. I would take him by submission. I mean, we saw John Jones' ground game is still lethal. Against it was a wash Stipe, but damn, those elbows were damning.
I mean, Stipe always had a chin, but he's slow and washed.
Of course. I mean, even his chin held up. It was just his ribs. I mean, he lacerated his kidney, broke 2 ribs, and
also, by the way, you're assuming that Tom Aspinall will get John Jones to the ground. That's like you're just assuming that.
Well, it depends who's gonna shoot. Well, Aspinall, he picks when he wants to shoot, and so does John. It depends who's gonna take it to the ground. They both could take it to the ground.
Like John Jones can stand them up the whole time. Like people can talk all this shit about John Jones. It's easier said than done to get him on the ground.
But that's the thing. He could stand him up then. But the thing is, Aspinall is just as dangerous on the ground on the stand up because Aspinall is like what? He's like 265. He packs a punch just like Alex does. Maybe Alex has I think Alex from standing still has the hardest punch. Mm-hmm. But if they were the heavyweights have a running start or something or do it with momentum, I think the heavyweights for the most part, pack a harder punch in that case.
So the question is, Aspinall have to go up to John Jones' way or John Jones have to come down?
They're the same weight class.
Okay, I mean, listen. I would like to see Tom Aspinall. I mean, his most impressive fight is who? Pavlovich.
He's knocked everybody within 2 minutes, so it's kind of hard to say what's his impressive fight.
And also about name brand. He didn't really fight anybody who I'm impressed with.
Yeah, nobody's.
But that's the thing. When John Jones had when he fought Shogun for the championship, John Jones didn't have any big names either. It's no difference from back in history when John Jones got his title fight.
I mean, that is true. I mean,
it's kind of like you can't deny somebody who's in the same. I mean, you can, and Dana will probably let you, but it's it's the same situation as John Jones had when he was younger.
I mean, because if you look at, I guess before his title fights, because in his title fights he fought a lot of good fighters, Cormier, Glover. Gustafson was the 13 Gustafson fight was the best thing ever.
And by the way, the first Gustafson fight, a lot of people still think Gustafson won. I do too, but That's debatable. A lot of on paper, no. Well, obviously on paper he didn't win, but I mean,
in the second fight he didn't.
Well, yeah, in the second fight he got knocked out, but nonetheless, that first fight and the Dominic Reyes fight and the Dominic Reyes fight, I think the actual majority, since we want to, majority of UFC fans don't think John Jones beat Reyes as well.
That was close.
The majority of UFC fans are gay, so the majority of UFC fans sit on here and say he should have done this, that, and the third. When they're not, they never even picked up a fucking boxing glove. So,
well, RJ, see, this is the thing. When the majority supports your side, you're cool with it. When the majority doesn't support your side, they're gay.
I don't.
Okay, like we're not gonna go back to Kai. We're not gonna go back to Kai and everything. The point, of course. I mean, we all do the same shit. Come on, let's not be hypocrites here. We all do the same thing. We all do the same. We all do the same thing. Don't be a hypocrite. But the point is, John Jones. Oh no, Aspinall. Oh, by the way, CEO. Last time you said that he lost the blades, he fucking tweaked. He tweaked his knee and got hurt. I mean, that's not. You can count the loss, sure. But
you hurt my knee. Who gives a fuck? John Jones fucking didn't he get his arm broken in that Gustafsson fight and still whooped him? So what are you talking about?
It's so much harder to fight with a broken fucking whatever knee thing that he had that during the fight. Then I mean, your boy Sean O'Malley got kicked in the leg and got finished by Cheeto because his leg wasn't working, for example. And we all know Sean O'Malley beat the shit out of Cheeto second fight.
Yeah, he did. He demolished him.
So if you and I listen, I'm a fan of Cheeto. That shit, that knee to the chin, oh my god. But Aspinall, he fucking tore his fucking ACL and everything. He stepped wrong and he lost. Yeah, technically. But then he took that win right back in a minute and a half. So with that being said, Aspinall's next. He should be next. And if John Jones vacates the belt, fine. Aspinall's just going to win the belt anyway, whatever. But the point is, Aspinall's next. John Jones shouldn't duck.
He shouldn't.
If he fights Alex, I'm not going to pretend like nobody's going to watch the fight. And for the credit RJ, they're not going to just watch the fight for John Jones. They're going to watch it for Alex too. But he probably fights Alex, and
Alex is the main guy though.
In this fight,
Alex, sure. John Jones is.
I mean, depends who you ask. But the point is,
who's Alex's last fight?
Alex's last fight was Khalil Rountree, an American, by the way, an American.
No one knows who Khalil Rountree is either.
Well, I mean, you watched that fight, RJ. The fight.
And no, everybody knows who Khalil Rountree is now.
I'm just talking about the average person, or even the average UFC fan.
Khalil Rountree was his hardest fight so far, and that was.
And by the way, I don't think John Jones is duck anybody. John Jones is not afraid of anybody. He wants the money.
No, I don't think he's afraid of anyone. I just think he knows who he could possibly lose to.
That's why he wants fuck you money, because if he knows he has a decent chance to lose, he's like, all right, I'm gonna get paid what I want for it, and that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. But for that reason, he's ducking until he gets the money he wants.
He's not ducking. He wants the money.
I mean,
you want to see what ducking is?
He won't even.
What? Canelo's ducking David Benavidez.
Absolutely. I agree with you. He's ducking Benavidez, and he should fight Benavidez. But just like John Jones is ducking Aspinall, it's the same shit.
No, but he hasn't been offered. Now I don't know the offer. I don't know what money he wants, but Caleb, what's his name? Canelo's been offered the money he wants. He said he wanted, I think, $50 million. They offered him 55. He still said no.
In the UFC, this is considered ducking too, right? So they offer you the fight, right?
Yes.
And let's say you're gonna get like $2 million for the fight.
Yes.
And you're like, no, I'm not. I'll take the fight, but you got to pay me. You got to pay me $8 million. That's ducking. Like in the UFC, that's ducking.
And then you know what? Then shout out to John Jones for making a big decision, because I'm not saying Aspinall won't beat John Jones. John Jones is 37. He's an activist shit. I get that, but you need to get it back. I'm sorry. That's good business. Sorry.
No.
Which we both agree with.
I agree with that. The only thing I'm saying is, right, that in the UFC business, like when you make a absurd, let's say an absurd offer, right, request when it comes to money, that's your way of indirectly saying, no, I don't want to do it.
Hold on. So do you want him to be like Tony Ferguson? I'm gonna take any fucking fight.
No.
And I'm too fucking old to retire.
No.
Tony Ferguson.
John Jones should take the fights that he's supposed to take, which is this is a fight he's supposed to take.
RJ,
if the money's for it, then yeah. But at the same time, if it's not for it, no.
RJ, if John Jones was presented with 2 fight offers, he said, okay, Pereira or Tom Aspinall, and then John Jones was like, okay, I'll fight Pereira for like $3 million, but I'll fight Tom Aspinall for $8 million. Then that's ducking.
Yeah,
but has that happened?
I can guarantee you that's happened before.
He hasn't came out.
Listen, because you won't know. You won't know these things.
Dana alludes to this shit. Like, this is what I'm talking about. In the sport,
Dana's been alluding to fucking Conor fighting every single fucking
year,
and it hasn't happened. So let's take. I'm not saying Dana's lie. Let's take Dana's word with a grain of salt.
I'm gonna take John Jones' word. His last conference, he said, because Dana said, whoever wins fights Aspinall next. Now, obviously, Dana doesn't have as much leverage as he wants here, but Dana says that the next fighter fights Aspinall. John Jones just said in his last one, I want to fight Alex. His exact words, you can look it up. I want to fight Alex. If they're not going to give me the fight, I can vacate the title. If they still don't want to give me the fight, I could retire and I'll be happy. Exactly what happened in my career. That was his exact words. You can look it up. That was his last. So he's willing to either vacate the title, and if he still doesn't get the fight he wants, he's willing to retire because he doesn't want to risk fighting Aspinall. Listen, you can't blame him for not wanting to risk it so much because he has a great legacy. He doesn't want to fuck it up with a loss, and on top of that, he wants the money. Fuck you, money for it. I get that, but his exact words was he would retire instead of fighting Aspinall.
Well, hold on, hold on. That's bullshit because at the same time, no disrespect to Tom Aspinall, he's more irrelevant than both Alex Pereira and fucking. I promise you, Alex Pereira. Yeah. There might be some few people that say I know Alex Pereira. There's no one who knows Tom Aspinall. And
that's fair.
John Jones, no, that is fair. And John Jones looking at it, I'm 37 years old. I don't have that many fights left in me. What's a mega fight? Is it Tom Aspinall or fucking Alex Pereira?
No,
Alex Pereira, hands down, not even.
No, RJ, I would agree with you because that is correct. Like the better money fight is Alex, but all I'm saying is he has done this when he was younger, so that's how I know that.
Done this with who?
He has ducked prime fighters in his earlier career.
Well, a lot of these things we know that you don't know exactly who it is because these contract things don't come out.
But so you're just assuming there's no name.
Oh well, there's a little more than assuming there. But I wanted to make a point real quick. You said that Aspinall, like,
and obviously, also, you said he doesn't want to fuck up his legacy. If John Jones is not scared of Aspinall, if the money was right, he'll go in there and whoop Aspinall's name. That will add on to his legacy. Wow, you beat Aspinall.
Hold on. You said that Alex would be the bigger fight, and it will be. I agree with you. Yes. But also, believe it or not, Aspinall has a decent following too, because mainly because of YouTube. You got the MMA Guru, who's very big on YouTube, and he has his own channel. Aspinall so it's not like John Jones isn't building any legacy from fighting him because Aspinall has a decent name too.
All I'm saying is when you have an opportunity to fight Francis and it takes you almost 3 years to bulk up to heavyweight, I would call that ducking. That's all I'm saying. It's not taking nobody 3 years to fucking bulk up to heavyweight.
Well, if this was
all you gotta do is get to 210.
John Jones has demons outside of going to John Jones. He has demons out. John Jones is supposed to fight a lot of people. It doesn't fucking happen because either he gets injured or a lot of demons. So John Jones probably is going through some shit at this time. This is the same guy who takes 4 years to fight every single 4 years. So.
Well, no, he was decently active back then. It's funny because even though he beat Chael Sonnen pretty quickly, it's funny because when I forgot who John Jones' opponent was that called out the fight, like he pulled out, and then Dana was like, "Listen, we could put Chael Sonnen last minute." He's like, "Oh no, I don't want to fight last minute against Chael Sonnen. I'm not prepared for him. Let's cancel the event," and the event got canceled. Like that, yeah, sure. He wasn't. He ended up like that's bitch shit. That's bitch shit. That is bitch shit. He did that in the prime of his career, by the way. So that's somebody who was definitely.
I would say this. I could understand that scenario off the simple fact that if you prepare for someone and then you get someone totally new, like your whole fight strategy is thrown out the fucking window.
Shit, Makhachev just did it against. I mean, it's different weight classes, but Makhachev just did it against Volk.
Come on, bro. You know the Russians are built different. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
Listen, the Rush. You're right. The Russians are built. I mean, Habib wasn't though. Habib fucking pulled out of everything for some reason. But with that being said, the Aspinall fight will be not as big as Alex. Not obviously not, but it's a decent enough fight too. And you know what? The thing is, the MMA fans are mad because that's the right thing. That's how the rules just don't get changed for the interim champ. You know, now he doesn't have to fight the interim. What's going to happen? Aspinall's going to defend the interim championship again. This never happened in the UFC, by the way.
Listen,
Never.
as long as he fights Aspinall or Pereira, I'm good with it.
he's gonna fight Pereira because that's where the money fight is. And let's be for real, Pereira is I agree. Probably no, I think Pereira is actually a tougher fight than fucking Aspinall. So we'll disagree on that. But even if let's just say Tom's a tougher fight, you're gonna want more money for it. It's not that John Jones thinks John Jones probably could think. No, honestly, you know what? John Jones is fucking crazy. He doesn't think Aspinall can beat him. He's like, bro, listen, Pereira's a fucking money fight. Fucking Aspinall, no disrespect. I'm the fucking big name here. Who gives a fuck about Aspinall?
You might want to watch these press conferences a little more closely. You could say, I mean, I don't know how well you can read a person, but you could tell he does not want to fight Aspinall.
Listen, I will say this though.
You sound like those guys who people say Mayweather doesn't want to fight Pacquiao, and then we saw what happened in the ring.
I mean, they fought each other like they should have fought way sooner than that.
Who's fought?
And by the way, boxing and boxing is a little different because fucking stars wait forever to fight. The only one who I can give some respect to, like in recent memory, would be Tank fighting Ryan Garcia because they're still young. Even though I never thought that Garcia had a chance, me personally at least. But the point is, Mayweather and Pacquiao should have fought a hell of a lot sooner. You could blame it on Pacquiao all you want. It goes to both. Point is, this shit. I think here's my.
I hope John Jones whoops the shit out of Tom Aspinall so Brandon can cry. Like,
I'm not gonna. Well, first off, I'm not gonna cry.
Dustin nigger won. I can't stand this. I'll never be him.
Nah, man.
It's sad that you think that's how things go. All right. At the end of the day, it's a fucking sport. So
listen, I prefer the Alex fight personally. I like that better.
And that's fine. Listen, I would love to see the Alex fight too. I fucking hope it would be a standing fight.
Alex fight Tom Aspinall.
They want to. What Aspinall wants it. Piera wants it too. But there's a quote love triangle in a sense. You know, no Diddy. It's Aspinall and Piera want to fight each other, but Aspinall wants the heavyweight championship. Aspinall doesn't know what he wants more, the Piera fight or the championship. If he had it his way, he would get John Jones first and then Alex second, because that gives him the chance to get the championship and then retain it. If Aspinall had his way, if Alex had his way, he fights whoever the fuck he wants whenever because Alex fights everybody. He's built different. And then John Jones, if he had it his way, he'd fucking retire now, because he's already talking about retiring. His last press conference, he was talking about the most likely scenario would be retiring if he doesn't get his way.
And by the way, can I just say this? John Jones at this point really doesn't need the UFC. He's a big enough name to do whatever he wants. No disrespect to Alex. Alex does have a big name, and probably in this country, and so does Tom Aspinall. But I mean, Tom Aspinall's still young, so he still needs the money. Alex Pereira is 36, 37. John Jones probably doesn't give a fuck about the UFC. So he's like, I don't give a fuck what party he wants. I do whatever the fuck I want whenever the fuck I want.
Yeah, he can just go around, call Jake Paul and set up a fight.
The point is there's I guess my prediction would be that the John Jones Piera fight doesn't happen. Neither does the Aspinall fight happens. I think he vacates, retires, whatever. But I think he doesn't fight either of them. And then
John Jones does retire. And you know what's crazy, right? Dana White is so quick to get rid of everybody, but he keeps holding on to John Jones though. Like he loves, like he will get rid of anybody. I'll give Dana White this. He is cutthroat, but when it comes to John, he's like, John, please come back, please.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, if you have a chance to get a money grab, I mean, it was what it is. Like I said, I don't think John fights either of them. I think he ends up. I think negotiations stall out. He doesn't fight either of them. And you see Tom versus Alex. And let's just say John and Alex and Tom fight. RJ, I'm not gonna give a fuck if Tom loses. Yeah, I guess I'd be upset at the moment because like, damn, I was rooting for him. But I've seen my favorite fighters get knocked out for the last year already. I mean, the fuck, I saw my favorite fighter Alexander Volkanovski get knocked out twice. He's washed now.
Like Alexander, he's ass, bro.
Yo, you got the gayest,
ass, bro.
He's ass out.
It's not. No. I mean, Volk isn't ass. I mean,
say he's ass. All right, bro. You're RJ. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, you're
okay. He's not ass. I mean,
learn your fucking MMA, bro, because that's ridiculous.
Bro. I'm sorry.
Listen, Brandon.
He's
the
not.
fact that Brandon's rooting for Tom over Alex tells me everything I need to know about this disgusting Puerto Rican.
You said Tom over Alex?
Yeah, you said you would root for Tom over Alex.
No, I mean Tom over Jones. That's what I said.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. I mean, Alex versus Tom. I like Alex. I do like Alex more. I'd root for Alex more, but I mean, whoever wins, kind of like. But I like Alex. I think Alex is my favorite star at the moment. But Alex Volkanovski, bro. First off, he's not ass. Second, he's fucking the featherweight GOAT. He's the featherweight GOAT. And on top, well, I mean, who do you think it is? Aldo?
No. I'm sorry. No, you're right. I was just thinking about.
Yeah, there's too many Alex. But Alexander Volkanovski is the featherweight GOAT. Of course, he's gonna. I mean, he's my favorite fighter. So at the end of the day, he lost his last fight. He got knocked out. He's washed now. I mean, he's 36.
No, his problem was he took too many fights consecutively. That was his problem.
And I blame Charles fucking Oliveira because he fucking pulled out. He got that cut and had to pull out, and fucking Volk was like, "Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, fucking dick."
Listen, I will always root for Alex as he got Israel Fruity's ass up out of here.
Oh yeah, and as far as Pieta, I fuck with Strickland too.
I thought that was Strickland that beat the shit out of Izzy, and he never.
No. I mean, first it was.
I mean, they both did.
They both did, yeah.
And then Alex trained Strickland to beat Izzy the second time, so it was like because he was in his corner and everything. Like,
the Alex is that nigga, bro.
So at the end of the day, yeah, Izzy's fruity, but I mean, Izzy's a great fighter. He's just fruity. I mean, Izzy was supposed to fight John Jones before. I mean, that would have been a fucking brutal ass whooping. That would have been a brutal ass whooping.
Izzy would have got.
And people actually thought it was close at the time.
Izzy would have got torn the fuck up. But the point is, like I said, I don't think John Jones fights either. I think we see Alex versus Tom, and that's going to be a cool fight too. So,
which Alex would destroy. Alex will destroy Tom, and
destroy. Why would I cry? I like Alex. So what are you talking about?
Brennan, you're just a bitch ass nigga.
No, you just say things to speak out your ass because you're a retard. But the point is, I don't think Alex destroys him.
Didn't you say Cheeto was gonna beat Sean O'Malley?
I said I was rooting for Cheeto. I never said I picked Sean. I never said I picked Cheeto. I said Sean is going to win, but I really want Cheeto to win because I'm Ecuadorian. That's the only reason.
Oh, listen, let's just be happy that no filthy Puerto Rican or Ecuadorian is at top of the UFC.
Hey, well, it is what it is. But like I said, I don't know where the fuck you came with that, RJ, because I Sean was going to win.
I remember you were like, yo, Cheeto's going to win. And you kept bringing up the fight where Sean broke his leg.
Nope. That's not what I did. I said, I'm rooting for Cheeto. He's Ecuadorian. I really want him to win, but Sean's going to win. He's the better fighter. The only person that can beat Sean because he already beat Sean will be Piotr Jan, even though he fell off. Because Piotr Jan beat Sean before he got the title fight. Let's be real.
Yeah, Jan did fall off.
Jan beat him. It was close, but it was and I'm glad Jan beat Figgy yesterday. So
yeah, but Jan's also washed him up in.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I mean, I don't know. Sean Marab's gonna keep that belt. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe I don't think Sean goes up to fight Ilya because Ilya knocks out Sean. After what he did to Max, Ilya knocks out Sean.
But overall, John, just whoop on fucking Pereira and Tom and just fucking retire, all right? I mean, you can beat your wife all you want.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That was the other reason why everybody doesn't like him. He's, he beats his wife. Huh?
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, the Jones family is weird in general. So. Yep.
Master J said, "Well, it's getting late."
Yeah, it's getting late. But CEO, is there anything you want to say to the chat and Brandon specifically?
Nah, I mean, the peasants are the peasants. Brandon is below the peasants. I don't know what to call that, but
yeah, whatever.
And Brandon, is there anything you want to say to the chat and CEO? You feel me?
I don't have nothing to say to CEO. CEO is irrelevant, but I'll say just one thing. Daniel Jones, I will still be a fan of you no matter where you are, wherever you go. All right, Daniel Jones,
cocksucker.
Daniel Jones. At the end of the day, I always love you. All right, that's all that matters.
Cocksucker.
Hey, call it what you want to call it.
But until next Sunday, peasants, peace.